What do you want from me?
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Cowboys get drugged. But that's okay. One way or another. Cowboys versus Bills. Post-game reaction. Times double trouble. Good news, bad news, and indifferent news. And in different colors. Come on. Yo. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a blowout party? Getting blown out. But we fought at the end, baby. Come on. We still clenched, though. We still them boys. Cadillac. Driving. As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Come on.
They certainly will. All right, let's get to the phones. Brought to you by Pepsi, made for Cowboys watching. Let's hear your reaction. Of course, we'll hear from
come on, y'all.
Dak Prescott, the voice of your Cowboys, Brad Sham. But let's go ahead and let your feelings be heard. This one stunk. It really stings after the Cowboys were on such a great run, winning 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
In Buffalo, getting absolutely dominated. Let's go to our buddy Big Jim from Round Rock. Big Jim, how you doing, sir?
I'm still setting up, so y'all listen to Big Jim.
Walter brought us, this was, I kind of felt like this game was over in the first quarter. Defense just was playing very undisciplined, as y'all have said. I don't think they could set an edge if they had to. Those penalties were killer. I mean, that just sprang those fellas to new life. And tell you what,
let me know if the audio straight while I'm setting up. Appreciate y'all.
He looked like he was sailing across the Pacific Ocean going to New Zealand today. That was some impressive running. Look, he's a good back, guys. He's good, but you can't. That offensive line was just getting all kinds up in our defense's face, and Brian, I tell you, I like the kid Damone Clark, but dadgum, he just couldn't. No. He was just getting locked up every single time he was out there. So
3.
I don't know what to chalk this one up to, but I tell you one thing, you're right. If I'm that Mike McDaniel down there in Miami, I don't know that Tua Tagovailoa is going to have to throw a ball for a while. I'll just hand it off to Mostert, A-Chain, and those boys have got speed too. So, well, hey, it's not what we wanted, and I'm going to have to go in here in the kitchen and eat me some crow because I thought we're gonna win this thing, but. I love you boys, and it makes it a lot easier getting to listen to you guys after the post game. So have a good one, and we'll talk later, okay, fellas?
Thank you, Big Jim. We appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, anytime you allow 266 yards on the ground, it's going to be a rough day at the office.
Yeah, it's they're going to sit down and
y'all bear with me while I'm setting everything. I'm still setting things
to
up.
Know how bad you played or how poorly you played, the technique, the physicality. Just give Buffalo a lot of credit. They had a mindset today of what they wanted to do, a plan with what they wanted to do, and once they figured out that they could run the ball with success and they weren't going to get any resistance, it was a real simple. I could call plays if I know I can get a back that's going to run the ball for 7 yards a carry.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Stan in Plano, my neck of the woods there. Stan, how you doing, sir?
All right, boom.
Hey, doing great. I got 3 quick points. One, I don't know who in the scouting department is in love with Michigan defensive linemen.
We still setting up, y'all.
Taco, who's a first-round bust. Now we have Mazy, who's a first-round bust.
Dang, already?
I mean, Mazy is slow. He gets single blocked. He can't even get on the field when even Hankins is out. Second thing, I don't understand why Parsons can move around a lot. Why have him on the D line when they're running the ball down our throats? He can't compete against a run block. Put him at linebacker where we don't have any linebackers and let him make plays. And finally, 3 personal foul penalties, extended drives, and led to 3 touchdowns.
That dude
hang up and listen.
Yeah, I appreciate the call.
Oh, Brian, come on, give me some answers, man.
You work when it comes to the draft.
Yeah.
In the Mazy pick. First off, Will McClay and the scouting department do an excellent job. The Cowboys have been one of the best drafting teams over the last 10 years. The fact that they're competitive year in and year out is because of their drafting.
Yeah.
We always give them grief because they're not aggressive in free agency. And why is that? Because they trust their drafting and development.
Yeah.
So, they missed on Taco 100%. They should have taken T.J. Watt. They didn't. That was a miss. But you can cherry pick that one and then overlook the 6 that they did hit on if you'd like. The Mazy pick, it's not looking good right now.
No.
But he still hasn't even played a full NFL season. He's certainly not ready, it seems. Mm-hmm. And you've talked about this, him being laid off the snap. When he's on time, he can be a problem.
He can, but people are tired of me. They're starting to, and that's fine. I'll let you have your day in the sun if you want to, hammer on the Mazy pick.
Game was on turf, man. Leon, you're right.
There's times when you watch him play where you can see that he gets it. Now, today was one of those days where he was on a big stage, big opportunity. Mm-hmm. Could have been a factor in playing some better run defense. Is he the complete reason why Dallas fell apart? It's an easy blame. Because he's a rookie, he's a first round pick. That's a defensive tackle that's supposed to be a run player. When he doesn't do well, then it's easy to say that. So, if you want to call him a bust and all those things, fine. People will continue to do that. And,
they're going to do that.
I just keep evaluating the tape, and when if it works out for him, great. If it doesn't, then you know what? That front office will have to wear that one.
Yep.
And everybody here will remind him about the fact that he is a bust, if that's really, really what you think he is. But I think you have to give the kid a chance.
Give him a chance,
I think the things that hurt him the most is when he's laid off the ball. That's the one thing that hurts him the most, because you're laid off the ball, those linemen get into you.
Yeah.
And these NFL linemen, you give them a half count or a full count to get into you like that, they're going to block you most every single time.
Yeah.
And that's what he's dealing with right now.
The personal foul certainly. The Sam Williams play was just bizarre.
Sam Williams
It should have been an easy block.
Just block the punt, and then if you want to just destroy the punter as you're blocking. He went up with the intent of not running into the punter, and what did he do?
Yeah.
He ran in the punter. He got small. You want to get big. You want to extend. You block that ball. As soon as you hit the ball, you can blow up the punter.
Yeah.
And he didn't do. He blew up the punter, but he never touched the ball.
Never touched the ball. It was
no
weird.
question. So I appreciate the call in some of those points.
Yeah. Everybody had a bad day today.
It was not.
Head coach had a bad day. As far as game management on that challenge. Quarterback wasn't where he needed to be. Receivers didn't find a way to get open against the secondary that had been getting space. The run defense was horrible. It's just you can just continue to point the finger at a lot of different things why you get beat by the way you did.
And we got a lot of, certainly people do want to always focus on the offense, and we focused a lot on the defense because that certainly was
offense wasn't
problem.
great today.
Offense was bad. The quarterback certainly wasn't very good. 21 of 34, 134 yards in an interception. Dak certainly was the front runner for the MVP going in. I don't believe that will be an award that he will be winning after today. He couldn't afford a dud like that.
Needed to find a way today to make some plays, and they didn't. They didn't make some plays. The receivers, it may be a different game. You get the block. Maybe he hits Cooks. They blocked that thing up. They went max protect to throw that ball out. They just missed it. But there weren't enough of those plays.
No,
there weren't enough of those plays.
877-881-1053. The number to call, the number to text. Let's go to the Grizzle in Waxahachie. What's going on, man?
Waxahachie, right down the street,
guys,
baby.
What's up? I want to put a few Cowboys positives out there.
Put some positives out there while I'm still setting up, y'all.
The calls in the first half of the game were BS, and hindsight is 2020. We'll look at that stuff, but the Cowboys clinched tonight, and that's fine. We're in the game.
Yeah. I love it.
We're going to take our medicine. They're going to learn from this.
They're going to.
We've had how many wins in a row?
5.
And
got
we've
5
been kicking butt and taking names, and we're going to move on from this. And I, personally, the man in Waxahachie, guarantee that we will beat the Dolphins and the Lions.
Okay.
And we're winning this division, dude.
I appreciate it. I mean, you're going to need some help from Seattle to have a chance tomorrow night, so make sure you pay attention to Monday Night Football. Jalen Hurts dealing with the sicknesses was a lot of the Cowboys apparently dealing with some stomach bugs during the week. But we'll see if Jalen Hurts, he's questionable to play tomorrow. You're going to need some help to win this division now.
Yeah. And even if you win the division, you're going to need some help defensively. I mean, you got to find a way. Like I say, this team is a different animal playing on the road for some reason.
Crazy.
And they just need to kind of figure that out. But we're to the point where you're kind of believe you are who you are.
Let me pull this up right quick. Let me pull this up right quick, y'all.
Likely, I would have to say that they're probably going to have to. They're going to have to go to a first-round game.
All right, so, man, it's plenty of season left, man, even though, I know y'all think that the earth is fire and the world left behind. Who saw that movie, by the way, on Netflix? The World Left Behind. That's going to be my Monday's titleship. We're going to put the world left behind, the Cowboys, But I'm going to say this, though. Far as interior plays, man, look up Byron Young, man. He was a third-round draft pick. And so far for the season, if we want to poke at Mazy, we could have got Byron Young. And he, so far for the season, did my little research right here. He was a third-round draft pick. 26 pressures. He got 6 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, man. He's killing it, and nobody's talking about it, right? Nobody's talking about him. And then I have a guy by the name of Kobe Turner. I know you guys been doing y'all research on these guys, and salute to him. He's been having a phenomenal rookie year as well. And I know people going to talk about Jalen Carter, what he was able to do, and I think he got 4 sacks for the season. But Kobe Turner, he was another third-round pick with 12 pressures, 5.5 sacks for the season, 5 tackles for loss. And I know y'all draft heads, y'all was all talking about this. And what I want to say here is Mazy, he's not going to be able to skate through his rookie year. Matter of fact, his sack tonight tied his 1 sack is more sacks than he had in his college career. I think he only had a 0.5 sack. He only had a half of a sack his entire time at Michigan. Time at Michigan, y'all can help me out. I think he only had a 0.5 sack. You know what I'm saying? So when we start talking about Mazy, is he going to be better on this level than what he is over there in Michigan? He got 1 sack today. You know what I'm saying? But Carl Davis is from D'Angelo Brown. I don't think that he got in. I'm going to look at the log when everything is said and done to see if what we can do. But I do know that Mazy will be the low-hanging fruit. Normally, it takes defensive interior guys 2 to 3 years to get their feet wet or what have you. And y'all don't want to hear this, though. Y'all going to say, man, Law, you just placating for Mazy. Will McClay, your boy. He give you some updated stuff. That's why you don't want to talk bad about the pick. I get all of that. But Mazy, at this point, I think that for far as his strength and his burst and his get-off, he got a lot of things that he going to have to work on. Hand placement, pad levels, and get off. I don't know how long that stuff takes to work out. Y'all know better than me. But it's going to be a minute, y'all. So either we going to cry about it or we going to live with it. Hey, Jobber says it's just a bad pick, bro. Well, it is what it is, man, at this point. And there's nothing we can do about it but cry about it, right? Byron Young, we could have got him. We could have got Kobe Turner. We could have got the other dudes that's out there. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Also, Damone Clark, he is having, by far, a sophomore slump of a year. And shout out to the Caribbean doc that called in, and he was like, look, we're going to need some help at these linebackers. What I don't want to see from y'all is saying that, hey, Overshawn is that guy. Let's wait for Overshawn to come here. We got help at linebacker. We got the solution right there. His name is Micah Parsons. But don't get me mad. Don't get me mad.
Well out of field goal range, you got a punt. So, I mean, you were moving the ball on the opening drive. It seemed like, okay, maybe it's not windy and raining currently in the first quarter. Maybe this is going to be a fun offensive back and forth. Didn't end up playing out that way.
No. Didn't play out that way.
Can't beat yourself. The Cowboys certainly had a lot of self-inflicted wounds today. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to get the criticism. The people that hate Dak have had to be quiet for 5 weeks. They've been waiting for this opportunity.
No, they're still talking.
Back out there.
No question.
All right, let's hear from Mike McCarthy after this Cowboys
Big old Mike.
10 defeat.
Mike, I want to know what you're going to say, Mike.
What's your assessment of what happened out there tonight?
Assessment? Obviously, we didn't play very well. I want to obviously give Buffalo all the credit. They played the way you need to play. They controlled the clock, ran the ball. Was thorough in the situation. Offensively, we didn't move the ball effectively. We knew we were going to have to go the long way. The way they played us. So we had some key plays there in the second quarter, and I thought that if you can make it, maybe the game goes a different way. The penalty on the block punt attempt, that was a huge play. Not getting the turnover was another play. So we needed those plays. I think we were -6 big play production in the first half, and obviously.
Got to challenge that, Big Mike. Got to challenge.
We needed to go score some points. Got to break with the weather. The weather was great in the first half, so we did not play well.
This brings up questions about your play on the road. You're so great at home.
There's what?
Your play on the road.
Yes.
It's so disparate.
It's a gap. It's part of my message. I just. We play so well at home, and there's just too big of a gap in our road games. Yeah, we're conscious of it. We'll play at home to continue to talk about it, think about it. Now, obviously, we got to move on to Miami in the morning. We'll get this one corrected. But yes, we got to be better in this. I think we talked about coming off of the Thursday night game going into Philadelphia. I think this stretch really lays up well for us because, it gives us 3 road games, all tough games, and I don't think anybody expected to play the way we did tonight. They played well. I don't want to discredit.
Hit them likes up, yeah. Hit that like.
Yeah, we got to be much better on the road, regardless of what's in front of us. And all the other conversations, because there's too big of a gap between home and away.
Obviously, a lot of talent out
Michael Strahan gap.
How do you get this team to play more? Hey, flag me down. I'll call on you. Okay.
Mike Tower for the ESPN. The run defense, that's been a worry for you for a good portion of the year. What happened today with them getting the edge and also with them?
Yeah, no, they got on our edge, a bunch, and I know Dan and the guys were very impressed with Cooks, throughout the week. So, specifically, they performed better than we did. They broke our contain, they broke tackles, they won the bend back battle. So just all the little things that we've been good at. So they were better at it today.
And you mentioned the turnover. Did you not get word quick that it was a fumble?
No, we did not get a replay.
How do you get this team to play more physical?
Ask him why.
Take care of this guy or what?
Ask him why. Don't let him.
What's your name?
How do you get this team to play more?
I'm trying to help you out here.
Okay, sorry, Jalen, the B105.
Yeah.
How do you get this team to play more physical? It seems like they just got beat up today. They're kind of likely physicality.
Okay, yeah, we didn't play as well as they did. That's all I got for you.
Anybody else? Michael?
Man, they suck, man. Come on, man. Ask them some questions.
Obviously, no Hankins, those are felt, but is that enough? Why such a...
No, I mean, there's no question. We got to be better. They ran the ball way too effectively. I don't know. I didn't see the final stats, but yeah, our run defense needs to be much better, without a question. I clearly acknowledge that.
Ed Warder, ESPN. What do you leave here?
There you go, Ed.
About what this team's capable of?
Capable? Well, I think we all realize this. We're 10-4. I just think the fact of reality. We lost the game that we did not play very well, and they played well. You got to give them credit. And it starts with starts like anything. It always starts up front. It starts with the run defense, and no different. We didn't get enough attempt at the plates. Running the ball ourselves. So look at our situational offense. Hey. All 3 phases didn't get it done. Starting with me. I mean, we needed to put points on the board for our defense. Our defense needed help today, and we didn't give it to them.
Those first 3 touchdown drives the Bills had, each of them had a personal foul. Marcus one, you mentioned the Sam Williams one, and then first penalty for 15 yards. I don't know if you had a good look on any of those, but just the consequence of those earlier.
Yeah, I know there's five. There's 5 called in the first half. So they're obviously, and it was a chippy game, and I think that's to be expected this time of year, the urgency and all that goes into these December football games. So, yeah, we don't want it. They were critical. I thought there was critical plays throughout the first quarter and second quarter that if we could make a play or two there, then maybe we can get this game going a different direction. But yes, they clearly were big factors in those drives.
Head coach Mike McCarthy, after a 31-10 Bills win over the Cowboys, certainly taking responsibility. Got a little spicy there, maybe with someone who's not typically in the Cowboys press conferences and doesn't know really how they work. But
right.
Yeah, coach is right. Offense needed to help out the defense. The defense was bad. There's no excuse.
Man, my bad if it was a rookie, man. I know how it is. The pressure was big, and, the moment was just there. But when you in there, man, you only got like a spoonful of time, and they got a little spicy in there. But what I wanted them to ask them is why. Don't let them escape off with, hey, man, I didn't get a chance to see it. Why? You ask them why. Why haven't you get a chance to see that ball was on the ground? They need to ask that, man. Come on, man.
Look at what happened on the run defense, and you're probably going to see that you clearly lost the line of scrimmage. You clearly didn't tackle well enough. You clearly, on offense, couldn't get open. You clearly couldn't find anybody open when they did get open. You couldn't protect. You somewhat ran the football.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things. Your coach, he said he didn't get a replay fast enough.
Right.
To me, that's a gut call.
Yeah.
That's just a gut call.
Feel. I mean, we saw
if the game is going, you just got to do anything you can to change the momentum.
Anything.
Yeah. And to me, it was to lose a timeout and to lose a challenge at that point was probably worth it, considering the way the game was going.
Agreed. 5:13 left in the first half. You still had all 3 timeouts at that point, and there was a play that was somewhat similar. Not a fumble, but in the Cleveland-Chicago game earlier in the day, DJ Moore catches a pass along the sideline. There's no replay ever shown to Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
But DJ Moore turns around, and his reaction is, guys, we got to get to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if I got both my feet down.
Yeah.
Stefanski doesn't hesitate, throws the challenge flag.
Yeah.
So if you want to use the excuse, I didn't see the replay, nobody told me, you got to have some type of feel of the game.
Feel of the game. That's all.
That's why you're the head coach.
He's part of the problem right now. He was part of the problem for this particular game.
Okay, good way
Not
to
a
say
good day. All the way around. Of course, we'll hear from Dak Prescott. We'll hear from Brad Sham. Lines are full. We love you. We appreciate it. We'll let you vent. Get out your frustration. Maybe you've got some hopium you want to give us as well. 877-881.
All right, yeah. We'll open up the lines as well. But you got to figure out a way to snatch that momentum back over to your favor. All right, so this game, and trust me, I'm animated a little bit, but I'm going to give you guys the real flavor of my thoughts, right? And remove analytical law out the picture and let me be fan to give y'all my thoughts, right? So from a fan perspective, not the analytical part, when you got a situation like that, I need for my team – remember, we getting ourselves ready for the postseason. We can't let this slide like that in the postseason, ladies and gentlemen. So when you see the other team hurrying up to the line, you got to know that there's something that's up right now, because normally their tendencies is to slow it up, right? So you seeing them rushing, just throw the flag, bro. You're already down by 7. You can't allow them to go up 14, right? Or what, they already up 14. You can't allow them to get more and more points. That's all I'm saying. Situational awareness. That's all I'm saying. And far as from a philosophy of coaching this game, Big Mike, I'm still MM. Y'all put in the chat. I want to know, man, if you're still team Mike McCarthy, put MM in the chat. I'm still Mike McCarthy. I'm still with him. And I still, even at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, I get it. Y'all may go around and say, well, Law, you just only placating for the offense because of Dak Prescott. I still, even at the end of the day, trust this offense more than I trust the doggone defense. I still trust this offense more than the defense, even though both of them wet the bed. And here's my only gripe with the special team unit. Sometimes, even with Bones, we get too aggressive when we don't need it. Granted, if he would have blocked the punt, that would have been good for us. But even him, he got to read the field. He got to read, because it's not the first time I believe that happened this year. Going for the punt block when all you got to do is get the ball back to the offense and let this offense get the things going, right? But this defense, I'm still like, I'm in the middle because I can see, because I play defense and I know I ain't playing the National Football League, but I can see at times that the defensive side of the coin, like, we got the pieces there. They only threw the ball for 15 times. They only completed 7 catches. It was no need to absolutely rush Micah Parsons in this game. When you had already previous tapes on even how to play Josh Allen. You play Josh Allen, and I'm not finna say this for the Eagles community, but doggy, I'm gonna say this for the Eagles community. You play him similar to how you played the quarterback last week. Play the zone, spy the doggone quarterback, and make sure your linebackers beat their feet to make the tackles. We didn't do that in this game. From a fan speaking of it, and even though they gashed us, we can't play man-to-man on this team, and we can't leave the doggone running game without somebody hooked to flat. Without somebody spying up and seeing where Cooks is at. So we're going to have to really, it's not like we went in this game and said, man, Josh Allen sliced us up, man. Oh, man, he was picking us apart. Man, they ran all over us. And we trying to blitz, we trying to rush off the edge, we over pursuing on the quarterback who's not even thinking about doggone throwing the ball in the rain. So we going to have to do better on that aspect of the game. And Damone Clark, we love you, bro. But your coverage, man, come on, man.
Williams somehow not able to make the block. Then you extend the Bills' drive with yet another personal foul penalty as the Cowboys lose 31-10 in Buffalo. They fall to 10-4 on the season, 3-4 away from the friendly confines of AT&T Stadium. Zach Wolchuk alongside the Super Bowl winning scout. We will get back. That's Brian Broaddus, of course. We'll get back to the phones here momentarily, but we do have the voice of your Dallas Cowboys, the great Brad Sham from Buffalo. Brad, I mean, how wild was Sam Williams not being able to block that punt? I mean, that thing was right on him.
He did everything but. He got as close as you can get without blocking it, but somehow he didn't, and he did get the punter.
Yep.
And that turned out to be a big play.
Brad, I think that the run defense issues are more than just Hankins not being out today. And I know you're calling the game and following the ball and all that, but it just looked like to me a lot of blue jerseys plastered on white jerseys in that game, especially when they handed the ball to any one of those Buffalo backs.
Any one of them.
Yeah, at one point I said that Jonathan Hankins clearly is the MVP of the league.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, Hankins doesn't have anything to do with setting the edge.
Mm-hmm. No.
And whoever was setting the – I know Parsons got hooked a couple of times. I saw it. And
keep Parsons free, man.
As you well know, Brian, sometimes setting the edge is the responsibility of a lineman. Sometimes it's a linebacker. Sometimes it's a safety, or sometimes even a corner. But they didn't do any of that. And that's an embarrassment to play run defense like that. That's an embarrassment. That's an indictment. There were ways, things that could have happened. The Sam Williams play, the DeMarcus Lawrence roughing the passer. That was a kind of a. I get why they called it, but I don't think he got his money's worth. And if those plays don't happen, then those can really swing a game.
It can.
But they did happen. But the running game defense, that didn't have to happen and didn't have anything to do with the penalties, and that just took them completely out of the game. Josh Allen didn't have to do anything today.
I got something for the trolls today.
That's not acceptable.
Y'all bear with me.
Not at all. I mean, it was under.
Y'all gonna troll me. Y'all gonna have to pay a. Y'all gonna have to pay a fee.
About this.
Y'all gonna have to pay a fee today.
That you'd be able to attack the Bills.
Y'all gonna have to pay a fee today. Hold on.
From your vantage point, any missed opportunities there, or did Buffalo just do an excellent job in coverage?
I think they did a really good job in coverage. I was surprised that they didn't try to get to Ferguson more earlier. I did think that the
they got to pay the now.
Hairs here, but the first
I control this now, trolls.
And they air it out.
And my daughters love trolls.
Beats everybody, but the wind is at his back. Probably carried the ball. Just get a first down. You don't have to hit a home
I got
run.
him now.
First down. Keep the ball. Grind it out.
You got to pay to troll me now.
Shortly after that, the play calling really became irrelevant, and I think that the Bills did a really good job plastering today.
Yeah, Brad. I mean, just watching the TV, and just trying to kind of get an idea. It just seemed like to me that the Bills wanted to come in, rush 4, maybe get an occasional blitz there, but they did a really nice job of when
I like Bass though
zone defense of making Dak have to just go through all those reads to maybe even find somebody, and you probably couldn't hold up as well as you needed to with some of those sacks and having to go through all those reads.
See, I think that's a great point because they do play a lot of zone. I think the statistics demonstrate that the Cowboys' offense has been
shout out to you, Thomas. Appreciate you for your support.
Most effective against man-to-man.
Yeah.
So they're playing a lot of zone, and that you're 100% right.
When the hell are we going to let Micah play Pouncy good rushing, but he just too little for the big boys? I like him rushing better from the pound spot. We need him sideline to sideline. We need him free.
We do, man. Parsons just don't want to do it, though.
And, I mean, I would give Buffalo a lot of credit for that.
Buffalo do
Brad,
get their flowers today.
An unfair question here. I don't know if you got to catch up with Zach Martin post-game, but did you get any word on how he's doing?
I did not get into the locker room, and
listen up, y'all.
I might see him on the plane, but I'll be shocked if. And I'm basing this, Zach, only on the way his leg was wrapped. I'd be shocked if he was ready to play next week. That doesn't, and Brian weigh in, but that looked to me like more than a 2 or 3 day injury. I think there's a chance he could be maybe ready for Detroit, depending on how the bruise is and how much bleeding there is in there.
The bleeding part of it.
Damn, he bleeding?
Yeah.
But I'd be shocked if he could play next week.
Yeah, Brad, it's one of those unfortunate things, and especially in games like this, it just seems like injuries get magnified.
Bless you, man.
With when as you get beat. I mean, the Cowboys have been the ones that have been doing all the beating up here lately, though. I was going to ask you though about the secondary, and they really didn't have to be involved as much. The passing game was not a factor at all for Buffalo. What did you feel like, though, that some of the fits in the secondary was? We're talking about edge. Did you feel like those corners, the safeties, maybe that
Joe Flacco won
from
today?
The naked eye that didn't really translate and helping him in the running game today?
That's a great question, and as you well know, it's one better answered.
You catch it tomorrow on the film.
Looking at the tape. Because I do know that. How many times did I throw the ball? Not many, huh?
No, it was. I think he threw 15. I think is what
15,
I think.
15 passes.
Yeah, I think it was 7 or 15.
Give him some elderberry though.
What Diggs catch?
That third cough, man.
Diggs only had 4. Yeah.
And did Kincaid have 1 or 2?
Actually, it was James Cook for 2.
Yep.
Ty Johnson for a 1, and
that was it.
That was it.
Kincaid got targeted twice, but he had that one
Cook,
drop.
I mean, since they changed coordinators, throwing to Cook has been one of their best weapons.
Hell yeah. Killed the last team last week.
I think it's a great question about how the secondary played the run, but that really is a watch the tape the next day.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that maybe some of the safety play, when he got down to the point where they were just running the ball.
All right, that's your fifth cough, man.
Down there and try and help, but.
Yeah, and they didn't have
Rasham needs some CMOS.
One of the ones who
give some CMOS.
Guys, don't know how much that had to do with it, but I mean, I hate to even bring some of that stuff up because it sounds like
some excuses
as poorly as they tackle. They might have had more missed tackles today than they've had all year.
Yeah, crazy bad. Hey, Brad, and I know that's Mike in the post game he told the media that he didn't have a clean look at the fumble, the Diggs fumble.
Right.
just me. The game wasn't going well for you at that point. Isn't it worth a challenge? Just to I'm going to burn a challenge. I'm going to burn a timeout.
All three
I'm trying to change momentum right now. Is what I'm doing.
Yes. I guess my question would be how quickly did he get the information? Because that was on the other side of the field.
It should be like that, man. We $1 billion organization.
He can't possibly see it. He's got to rely on information. And if he didn't get it quickly enough, and they hurried to get the ball snapped.
And that should be an indicator that I'm throwing flags.
Quickly enough, then that would be part of the game day operation. But yes, if you have any inkling, I would agree with you, Brian. That's a good place to suggest.
Just stop the game right there. Yeah. If you lose, you lose, but you might change the momentum of the game, though, too.
Right, absolutely, Mike.
Yeah. Brad, anything else before we let you out of here?
No, I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, me
just
too.
remember, last week and this week have never met.
Amen. Brad, thank you so much. Fly home safe, sir.
Okay,
be safe, man.
Have a good one.
Elderberry, man. Elderberry.
We'll talk with him, of course, next week as well, pregame and postgame here on the official postgame show.
Man, shout out to the legendary Brad Sham, man. I know he's coming off of a illness, but man, I'm praying for him, man. Look, got to get his alkaline up and drink as much as fluids as he can to get that cough and that viral or that disease out of his body. And it's an attack on his immune system. But neither here nor there. What I took away from it is still, man, hey, it's a loss, and it's a loss that we're going to look back and dissect, and this is not, it's, of course, Healing Monday and all of that, but we still going to have to see if we can erase some of the warts that we had. 255 yards rushing that we allowed week 3, and now tonight, was it 266, something like that? And the difference was between the two games, the Cards game, we had 14 penalties, right? And that was terrible. In this game, although we had only 4 or 5 penalties, they came at the wrong time. And the type and the kind of caliber of penalties that occurred was very terrible. Momentum, drive killers, and all of that stuff. So, Cowboys, are we a disciplined team? I'm going to ask you guys. Are we a disciplined team? Because I think that we lead the league in penalties, or we are top 3 or top 5 in penalties. Do any of you guys have those notes for me?
And maybe the momentum has switched for you a little bit. They just didn't play. They didn't play the middle 8 that well at all today.
At all.
And I think it's you can make that you can throw that out there as a thought. But if they get points, you're thinking like,
then it works out.
The middle 8 looks great.
I can't recall a ton where they've been able to get the double dip successfully this year.
Yeah, they've had some opportunities for it, though. Today would have been the day to do it.
You needed it bad. You really did.
Yep, you sure did.
I was very surprised with just how gross that opening drive out of the half looked.
Yeah.
You thought, maybe they can come out. They mentally they're in a better mindset. Didn't happen. I mean, they come right back on the field. A lot of the texts have been, hey, offensively, you needed to get, sustain more drives, help out the defense. I mean, obviously, it was very lopsided in terms of time of possession. I mean, they possessed you by 11 minutes in this one. Woo! A lot of that is because of how successful they were running the football. But you couldn't get off the field on third downs. No. And when you made a stop, you gave up a penalty to sustain the drive.
Yeah. There were some times with offensively, though. Brad was right. The 3rd and 1, they drop back. It's just get the first down.
Yeah.
Just try and give your defense a little bit of a break. Maybe get guys to kind of figure out what's going on. Maybe an adjustment or two. But, to me personally, though, I don't think you make any adjustments on that running game unless you put all 11 in the box.
Yeah.
And I think still Buffalo would have been able to run the ball.
So I agree with you. And that caller earlier asked about this, and I missed it at the time, but I think it's a good question. We wondered, how do you play Micah in this game?
You got to play him
running the football, which is going to mitigate his ability to rush the passer. Do you then move him off ball and allow him to play linebacker?
Got to.
Brian, I wonder if Micah's really super willing to do that. Because the last time they played him off ball, they won by a gazillion points, and he was complaining on social media afterwards.
Was that the Giants game?
Yeah.
That's how we had to play them.
To me, I kind of feel like they're the same thing. If you know they're going to run the ball, but they were running the ball on the edge. That's something that Micah, but if you're right, if you play him off ball,
he get there. Michael Parsons is faster than James Cooks.
Tomorrow.
You got to. I can't wait to pull up that tape.
Where were they really, really struggling? Where were they? And
left side run.
Struggling to defend the run. Mm-hmm. But were they struggling so bad where were they double teaming at the tight ends?
Man, let me just stop them right here. You could have put, even though Sam Williams knucklehead, right? You could have still had, and they had Ghosted in there who really had concrete blocks for feet. Shout out to my guy Ghosted, though. But you could have literally went with this lineup. Sam Williams, okay, even though we talked about Mazy, you could have still had Mazy or Carl in there, Davis, and then you could have had Osa and my guy D-Law on the other edge. Have Micah to be the off-ball linebacker. Sam was winning when he got in the game. I think Sam got close to a sack or even forced some pressures. You keep Micah as an off-ball linebacker that at least take Damone Clark somewhere off the field in coverage. We've seen Micah do this. His rookie year, we've seen Micah flip his hips, trail and carry the tight end down the field, blocked up a pass. We've seen him shut down a running back up the field. You got to do it in that fashion. Speaking of this, let me see if I can put this in here. Trent Williams on Micah. Let me see.
Well, like Micah, for instance, he's a guy that's like run by you, stick move to. Well, like Micah, for instance, he's a guy that's like run by you.
I don't know if I can see it all.
Stick move to the inside, or every now and then he gonna power you. But it's all gonna happen really, really quick. Mm-hmm. But going against a guy like him, if you don't put hands on him, you'll lose, because once he gets the edge, he's not.
Put it like this. Hold on. Whew. He's speaking like a double entendre. Think about this. Parsons, and this is one of the greatest, like Trent Williams, one of the greatest outside tackles in the league, right? He said if you don't put hands on him, you're going to lose, right? So what he's saying is basically he's unguardable if you don't touch him. So all we needed was Parsons to be in the middle of the field, diagnose it, he pursued, rally, and chase. But listen to I'm going to rewind to what he said. We'll start it all at the beginning. He's breaking down Parsons, right?
For instance, he's a guy that's like run by you, stick move to the inside, or every now and then he gonna power you. But it's all gonna happen really, really quick. Mm-hmm. But going against a guy like him, if you don't put hands on him, you'll lose, because once he gets the edge, he's not big, but he has natural leverage because he's shorter and he's strong. He's really
strong and fast.
Yeah, quick. He's really strong. He's a lot stronger than what people may think, especially coming out of a 240 frame. Well, like Micah.
So he got a 240 frame. So basically, Smooth was just breaking down like, shoot, Parsons is pretty much him out of a 240 frame. That's idealistic, man, for a edge guy to be in the middle of the field, not on the edge. That's what it is. Hey, man, and that's one of the better tackles in the league, man. So he's speaking the truth, man. And if we fool around and play the Niners again, can y'all let me know what did Parsons do in that game? He had 0 across the board, man. And I'm not saying that we are not able to beat the 49ers. But if we line them up and say, okay, Parsons, we're going to go have you come off the edge, Kyle Shanahan going to do the exact same thing. He going to isolate you out of the game with their run pursuit. And oops, guess who we playing next week who's a disciple of Kyle Shanahan? Mike McDaniels. Cowboys, man, A-Chain, he's a 4-3 guy. Mostert, he's old, long in the tooth, but he's still like a 4-3 guy. They going to get to the edge. We don't, look, I get it, right? Our interior didn't get really pushed, but I can't wait. I can't wait to pull up where those boys actually ran that. They didn't run up A-gap. It was a lot of B-gap runs and a lot of C-gap runs. They're going to run that. They're going to bounce that thing to the outside. And if we don't be prepared next week, shoot. We got, matter of fact, to be frank with y'all, we got 2 more weeks of this. Detroit can run that rock on the outside. So we need to utilize Parsons. And I know, I get it. He gonna want the edge. I get it. I kind of got a whiff of what he was trying to say in his last Bleacher Report podcast. He was talking about Max Crosby like, hey, man, you know, he got 13 sacks. I'm behind him. I need to step it up. I need to get one more sack. I know what he want. I know what Parsons want. Jake Recruiter says, do you guys miss LVE yet? All right, so even in this game, I think LVE will offer you more and more coverages. But as far as stopping the run, that's not his cup of tea, though. That's not LVE's cup of tea. So in this game, I think that, he will offer you a little bit better in pass coverage, right? And he will offer you a bigger window when you try to fit that ball over the hook area. He'll give you that, if healthy. That's another part of it. But far as LVE, far as Marquise Bell, far as Damone Clark, these guys are not run-stoppy type of linebackers, in my opinion, right? Marquise Bell, man, he's 205. He's 205, y'all. He tried everything. And he get pushed around even after the whistle is blown and having players to fall into other players. I'm not saying that he's the reason why our players getting hurt.
Don't fumble.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Troy says Parsons want that DN money. Man, I ain't finna talk about that, man. Bread is what he want. But what I'm saying is, man, if we really just look at Parsons' overall tape, he'll be a hell of a Mike linebacker. You know, even though he's a hell of an edge rusher, he got multiple skill sets and talent. He's good. He's 205. How is he seeing the field, man? He's 205, man, but he probably about 215, though. He probably about 215. Playing way he look like 205. Rashawn Evans, I think Rashawn, he's still gaining his legs, man. Shout out to you, Davies, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Davies. Appreciate you for jumping in. So I'm not beating up nobody, man. I'm just saying, y'all, you know, and I'm not complaining. Don't get me thinking that I'm complaining over here. Don't want y'all to think that I'm complaining. I'm just explaining, you know. How long we been live, y'all?
Years to allow 85 net yards passing or fewer and lose by 20 points or more. And that happens when a team doesn't have to throw the ball because they can just line up and run it for 5 yards a clip.
Yep, that was the recipe for going into the game. Though, it felt like that Buffalo was going to run the football. That's Joe Brady was clear about that, and they were going to challenge Dallas, and nobody has really challenged them since I believe the San Francisco game. Man, Dallas has played some decent run defense. Carolina game, I don't think was great run defensive wise. A lot of that I felt was self-inflicted with jumping around blocks and not being in the right gaps and stuff like that. Kind of have a feeling the same thing is going to happen when I sit down and look at it. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of maybe not guys playing total hero ball. This might be more about Buffalo just physically coming off the ball. This might be the one that there's nothing that Dallas really could do about it because they weren't physical enough at the point of attack. And they didn't have good fits. But there's been times where they jump around blocks and get out of lanes and gaps and stuff like that. But I just kind of had the feeling it's going to be of the variety of just not getting off blocks well enough.
Did see this from Nick Harris, DallasCowboys.com.
Zach Martin
an excellent job, about Zach Martin. So he said Martin avoided a more serious injury than initially believed. He caught up with Zach Martin, and Zach said he thought it was his knee, but fortunately it was just a deep hit to the quad. Quote, I'm hoping this week, treat it and get it ready to go on Sunday. I feel good about that, end quote.
Yeah.
But we know after Zach Martin's initial injury, when he ended up missing the Arizona game, he was also very optimistic he'd be able to play in that one.
Yeah, we get to talk to Zach on Thursday on our show.
Around 5 o'clock.
Yeah, the flagship station, 105.3 The Fan. We get to talk to him, and he'll probably tell us what's going on. But, man, I was expecting Hooker to play today. I talked to people on Thursday, and they said, his ankle just didn't come around like they thought it might. They were very optimistic that he was going to be able to play. So probably the same thing with Zach, be optimistic about it, try and get as much treatment. The problem you worry about the bruise is how much bleeding is involved in that, That's the
swelling.
The swelling and all that. Can you play with that? So, fortunately it wasn't the knee. though. That is
good.
a good
stuff. Good stuff.
Zach Wolchuk alongside the Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broaddus, the official postgame show of your Dallas Cowboys, brought to you by the National Medal of Honor Museum. Join the mission at mohmuseum.org and 18.
While they read that, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You can do the same with Prize Picks. Just jump on in and join the mix. We have multiple things that we can offer to you guys via Prize Picks. Be sure when you download Prize Pick, use promo code LAW Law Nation, and you can be a part of the winning solution as it relates to Prize Picks. Also, they do have help along the way with promotions like MMG Picks, and he will give you his thoughts on games and things like that. Noah Fant, he going with Moore with 21.5 receiving yards, and DeAndre Swift with 57.5. So even if you want to do like an automatic type of series, all you have to do is click on the Prize Picks and then click the sign to say promotion. And if you really want to get your game and weight up, all you have to do is once you download Prize Pick, if you are in the qualifying area, whoever you share to a friend, you will get $25, you know. So I've seen, talked to some people, man, salute to them. One of my guys, man, he hit me up and said, hey, so far this season he won around $11,000 doing Prize Picks. And I said, man, you on the road, man, so you had to start sending me yours. And he said, nah, man, I thank you, because I found Prize Pick because of you. And he sent me a little care package, so I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all, man. With all of that being said, Prize Picks, y'all be sure to download Prize Picks and then hit those promo codes up. Let me know if you are a winner this week. All right, so Cowboy Nation, as we do a quick reset of everything, how y'all feel? I seen some people put in the chat we were out-coached. I see some people put in the chat that, you know, when we look at everything, this is a loss that was necessary. I seen some people in the chat looked at it and said to themselves, how can they bounce back from this? I think that when we are playing teams that do a lot of heavy runs, we know how much we miss Jonathan Hankins now. But I think that with this particular team, what we can do, and we can put a Band-Aid over it, is put Parsons at Mike. Let him go sideline to sideline. Let him go hook to flat. Cowboy fan for life, man. Don't be sick, man. Don't be sick, bro. I hope you feel better, though. Yeah. Terrible damn loss on our old. Yeah. I feel your IV4. You know, it's not the end of the world. We still got to close out. We got a TCB and SOB. We didn't take care of business today. And we definitely didn't stand on business. And definitely all week I've been talking about unfinished business. We didn't do that. And if anybody win this week, will be the 4-ladder to 3-ladder network. They going to run with this, and somehow this is the quarterback fault only, right? So we're going to go ahead and talk about that, because the sky, I know Kobe is not falling, but to them it's going to be a situation where they say the sky is falling, right? They're going to say, man, in a pinch, they're going to make it, just like I said before. This is going to be a game where they say this is Josh Allen versus Dak Prescott, right? They're going to look over the 266 yards that they have on the ground. And, yeah, they're going to look over a lot of things. Yes, this is from Freddie J. Yes, let Micah play sideline to sideline. Yeah. Should have challenged the Stephon Diggs fumble. Yeah. Will y'all still admit that Mazy is a bust? History tells me that the Cowboys, with their draft picks, you got to give them time. And when you don't have flashable players, right, in your first 2 picks, especially when you're drafting an interior defensive tackle, people are going to look at that. Right? People going to look at how many sacks do you have? How many tackles for loss do you have? And when people do their absolutely own homework with it, they realize, damn, you don't get that much from an interior guy his first year, right? And I'm not trying to protect the kid, but those are the reality. It's going to take a minute. That is an insurance pick for down the line when you're going to need those big boys to step in, just like Dexter Lawrence. A lot of people looked at Dexter Lawrence his first 3 years and said, man, this dude was a wasted pick for, dare I say, the Giants. But now look at Dexter. And I'm not saying that Mazy going to be to that degree. I'm not. But I refuse to say, hey, man, a rookie interior guy should be able to make those splash plays. It's just what it is, y'all. And we lost 3 road games. Well, we lost 4 road games now, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't y'all beat up the dude. Don't y'all be giving up on the kids so quick. Yeah, Mazy didn't do anything in college, yes, but he's doing something. He did something tonight. He made a sack tonight. Yay! But yeah, Be Real says Mazy definitely not worth a first-round draft pick. I feel you. I feel you, though. But they didn't run. Where were the big plays at? Was they through Mazy, or they was on were they in A gap? Were they in B gap? Were they in C gap? Where were they running at? Were they running at Mazy? Did they get 266 yards on Mazy? I want to know from y'all thoughts. All of y'all experts in the chat right now, where y'all at? Did they run at Mazy in this game? Where did they run at? I need to know. I'm reading y'all comments. Where did they run it? All over us. So B gap, Carlos know B gap or C gap. So regardless of whether or not we had Mazy, Hello to Nada, or whoever, we got to set the edge better, and our linebackers got to go hook the flat. They did all outside runs, and wait to next gen stats. When it comes about, we'll pull them up and we'll show them. You know, we'll pull them up and show them. Okay.
For the game, but you know that, and does it mean anything you on a day like today?
No, I didn't know that at all. Didn't pay attention to that. Don't care, to be honest. Obviously, coming into this thing, and I mean, beginning of the year, that's one of the goals. But as we've gotten to the latter part of the year with the way that we've been handling the season, we knew that was just a matter of time. So can check it off, but we've got other things to focus on, and I've continued to tell y'all in different times that this is about us putting our best performance out each and every week, and today we simply didn't do that, and so that's where the concern and that's where the focus is right now, much more than us getting to the playoffs. Is we've got 2 out of the 3, something like that, right, left on the road. So we know once we get to that point, that tournament point, obviously we're not helping ourselves with home field or anything like that like we did today. So it's about figuring out that gap and just making sure that we're trying to get better.
What was the miss with the offensive passing game?
Missed one early. Boom. I think that obviously that can change the game right there alone. 7-7 to start it off, make that pass. Felt good coming out. Don't know if the wind was behind me or not. Part of it, though, right? You got to move on from that fast, and we didn't do that necessarily. And so didn't get some completions early. Put us down, right? They already had the 7-0 lead, and boom, they score again. And at that point, trying to play in a drop-back game in conditions like this is not going to be favorable, I can tell you that. And so they did a great job on defense, putting disguising for one, putting the top on it, making us play underneath. And as I said, it's going to be tough in conditions like this when they've got the lead, trying to have to just go drop back all game long. So they beat us with the formula.
Jack Talks with ESPN. You guys haven't lost consecutive games all year, and it goes back maybe into the first part of last year. Why? Why have you guys been able to bounce back and not let one loss become another one?
Resiliency for one. I talk about the men in the locker room a lot. Credit the coaching staff a lot. And that's why I said I wish I could put my finger on what's the difference in the home team and the weight team that we're approaching this thing. But it's about going and finding those answers. We've got some great problem solvers. We got men that know how to prepare, stay true to the process, not panic because things didn't go our way for one game. I think that's huge. And with those problem solvers, we'll get the answers we're looking for. We'll close that gap and plan to come out next week continuing that.
And at the end of the game, it's 31-3 and you're still in there. Why is that important to you?
Huge. One for momentum, one just to get something going. Not many times have we not scored. Have I not scored in games? Let a drive. So that's demoralizing for one, just to be honest with you. And just needed to get something going. Needed to get a drive going. Like I said, the conditions were tough, but wasn't going to use that as an excuse. Wanted to go back out there, and if it led to another one slipping out of my hands for an interception, hell be it. I was going to keep fighting, keep swinging, and that's really all I know.
Dak Prescott, after a 31-10 defeat to the Bills, did acknowledge there that he didn't know that they had clinched. Mike McCarthy also saying the same thing, that they didn't know that they had clinched a playoff spot prior to the game. Their poor play today, not tied to that knowledge. A lot of people have texted in, and certainly fans were wondering, did that change their mentality coming into the game? I just think that they got physically beaten up, and Buffalo was way better than you today.
Yeah, Buffalo was playing for a lot today. The 11th seed, so they're trying to find a way. And we always talk about the NFL as a strange lady. Somehow Dallas finds a way to go win a game at Miami next week.
Strange lady,
Buffalo, if Buffalo's got, they've got game. Buffalo just looks to me with the way that Buffalo, the physicality that they play with their running game. Gosh, that's a tough. But then you got a quarterback that's kind of willing to play that way too and make some throws. And they've got outstanding tight ends. I know the tight ends dropped a couple on them today, but I think overall, I think that's a really good football team. But
could be your AFC representative in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, it's shocking because they were out of the playoffs today, but they are much better than their record indicates, and the AFC is so wide open right now.
It is very wide open, but it's a shame that Dallas needed this game too.
Mm-hmm. That's so important for them to play at home now in the postseason, and they still had dreams of the 1 seed if things could fall their way if they won out.
Yeah, that's the thing that I just couldn't get over how poorly they played with so much on the line.
Yeah,
but
they're more desperate.
That's what happens every once in a while.
The Bills needed this more than we did.
When they're not on their A game, it is bad.
Oh no,
their losses are bad,
really bad.
Oof! Today was certainly a rough one. We'll unpack it all with you as we rock with you for another 2 hours here on the official postgame show
for 2
of your Dallas Cowboys. Phone line's still full. We'll get back to the phones. Also want to hear from Micah Parsons, who was very emotional after this loss as well. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Tis the season for Dallas Cowboys holiday youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Athletes ages 6 to 16 will learn from former NFL players and the often imitated, never equaled Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Sign up today to participate in a one-day camp on December 20th.
Hush, boom, woo. All right, appreciate them, man, for that commercial break. Hold on, I'm doing something. Hold on, rephrase. Hold on. Boom, boom. I'm finding that chart line for y'all, man. Bear with me. All right, boom. All right, let me just go with it. Boom. I just tweeted it out. Y'all. I finally found the little chart. But look, y'all wanna can the guy after every single loss. And I get it, man. I get it. We want to eat our own, And I got it right here. I just tweeted it out. I said, Mazy Smith is not responsible for those outside runs, y'all. Stop bashing our own after every loss. So, if y'all could look at it, this is the chart. Dude had 25 carries for 179 yards, y'all. And if y'all, I'm gonna try to blow this chart up, and I'm not sitting back saying this because we lost and y'all looking for someone to beat up. And I get it when you're frustrated and when you lose, you want to look at somebody and you're going to say, well, he definitely didn't help, Law. Well, he wasn't the only one. They set the edge and they was able to get out there. And they were able to do that on a consistent basis against us. And when y'all look at those big runs, how in the hell that's all Mazy fault right there? I need to know. I want to know. Come on, man. Yeah, so at the end of the day, look at those runs. Look at the bigger runs. Look at how they were able to gobble up and kill us off of that edge right there. And most of that stuff was on that left side that they got around, and they killed us, So I get it. 25 carries for 179 yards, and I can't wait for they get the chart for the other kid so we can see all of his runs right there. So I'm not sitting here saying I refuse to point and bury one interior guy. Let me see if I can blow it up real big for y'all. I refuse to bury just one guy. I refuse to say, hey man, a rookie should have been better in this moment. when you got 4 down linemen. And on top of that, you got a linebacker, man, that supposed to sniff all of that stuff out, man. Where my linebackers at, man? Where they at? Where are they? You know what I'm saying? And I get what y'all want to do. Y'all want to beat up the rook. But it's just really, when you think of it, we need to figure out a way to set the edge better and have better linebacker play. I don't care who you have out there. Over-aggressive on those lanes, right? Cut back real. We got to stop. We got to really stop that, you know? And let me see what I'm going to do here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to find week 3. Was it week 3? Was it week 3 when that chart looked just like that again? I'm going to find the week 3 chart. And we're going to put them side by side. They killing us on the edge, man. We got to play better. We got to stop the run better, baby. We do. We got to play better collectively as a team. And it's not all Mazy, man. You know, I get it. I get it, though. You know, I get why y'all frustrated. I get why y'all angry. I get why y'all mad. But at the end of the day, we got to stop the run on the outside. It's effort in the loss. You know, not competitive. So Mazy can't stop on the edge, man, from the inside. And the linebackers, it's not like I seen that these guys was getting to the second level. Most of them was untouched. If it was anybody out there that I can really throw some hate at on this particular situation, I seen Curse. He was free. He was free on the edge. Oh, my God, Curse was free on the edge. I'm saying, like, Curse, come on, man. You killing me, Curse. You know, you got to get there, bro. Baby, you got to get there, man. You got to get there. Paul saying that this game is telling us we need linebacker play. And linebacker got their butt kicked. Somebody take that on my Twitter, retweet it, post it, snatch it, put it on Instagram, put it there. You don't have to give me credit or anything. I'm never one of them people like, hey, give me credit, man. No. I want y'all to spread the word. You know what I'm saying? And I got Clark in them. He got roasted too. Yeah, he got roasted too in this game. So we're gonna have to figure out a way when it's time for us to come down and field, when it's time for you to make the tackle. Don't be sitting there watching. Heads up, make the play. That's what we said. All right, appreciate y'all. Man, let's go ahead and do this, man. I think we warded off most of the people that was hating and everything. We're gonna open the entirety of the show back up to the trolls too. You know, anyone can jump in and comment now. All right, so let's go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. All right, so yeah, he got roasted, Paul. He got roasted like Planters peanuts around his mouth. His boy roasted. All right, so let me go one more time, see if they got Parsons.
Refs didn't see it, and on the other side of the field, for a variety of reasons, Coach McCarthy did not throw the challenge flag. So that's when you look back and say, what if?
You know, if you're not sure, use the timeout.
Yep.
Timeout.
Just use the timeout.
Yep.
If you're not sure,
use timeout.
If you're not sure what you're seeing, or you want to have an opportunity to take a look at it, because Mike said he had the flag in hand.
Just throw it, man.
Just throwing it, man.
Well, if anything, just burn a timeout there. And
then you can get a look at it.
Now you can get a look at it, then you go challenge that thing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's a good strategy. Come on, Brian Broadus. There you go.
Foul penalties led to 18 of the first 21 points produced by the Bills.
I'm glad to see Zach Martin defending Dak the way he did.
I loved that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I mean, he didn't punch the guy or anything, but he went up on him knowing that, you know, the contact. But yeah, it's this team is there's times when they do some really stupid things, you know, and like I say, that's the way that McCarthy was talking to Bones Fossil after the Sam Williams penalty led me to believe that maybe Bones went after the punt and didn't say anything to Mike.
Yeah.
Or Mike didn't know that they were going after the ball.
Yeah.
So they almost got it the first time around.
You got to challenge that
Sam
one.
won clean. Should have laid out, extended, but he got small. When you get small and you go in the air, you're going to run into the punter, and that's what happened.
All right, let's hear from Micah Parsons.
That's what I'm waiting for.
After this one, and certainly was not happy. Around the rest of the team wasn't either. But here's Micah.
From a team standpoint, how do you explain the difference how you play as a team on the road? We talked about playing well on the road, you can play well on the road, and this was another laid egg for the road.
Yeah, honestly, it's just unacceptable at this point. There's no excuse for it. It's mind-boggling. I don't understand it, why we're not playing well and why we're not coming together on the road. It's something that we need to look at and get better because we got to go on the road next week.
Something of this that goes back to the ankle injury and not having Hank. Is that important to what you guys are as a run defense?
I mean, Hank's important, but I think it was everyone all across the board. I don't think it's just one individual, one particular thing. I think it was a group effort.
Micah, how frustrating can it be?
Buffalo did stood on business.
I don't know. It's just something we gotta look at, but it's super frustrating for sure.
Do you expect Miami to come out and look at what Buffalo did and kind of do the same thing, or other teams to start trying to play this way against y'all?
Well, if they do that, I think we'll have a pretty good Sunday because I think I got confidence in the guys around me and confidence in Quinn that we'll get it together and fix these mistakes and get better from it. We always have.
What did James Cook do so well tonight from your point?
I just thought he did a great job of just being patient. He was explosive, making people miss. He's been a good back all year, and he did a lot of great things tonight.
Beyond him making people miss and explosive, it seemed like they were more physical. They pushed the foul, extended the foul, stuff like that. Just talk about a defensive mentality of another team to push fouls and do things like that.
Yeah, they were holding the whistle. Usually when you stood up, they call it pretty quick.
Stop talking about it, man.
And they was pushing foul. Something we put a focus point on after the second time they done it. But usually when you got a guy wrapped up and he's not going nowhere, they kind of call it dead. But tonight they was just letting us play.
Made the playoffs after a night like tonight? Is that even something that registered with you?
No, because we got to get better on the road. And we got to be road warriors throughout the playoffs now because of this. So it doesn't matter unless we get better on the road.
Like you guys had 3 personal fouls and extended drives. How deflating is that for defense when you get stopped?
It's super deflating. I think that changed the whole momentum of the game, changed the course of the game. They might get 3 on that third down. We get off the field, though, and they don't get any points on them next 2 drives. We make them earn it. If you just told me, I think that changed the whole momentum of the game, forced our offense to be in certain situations, not letting them get into their full game plan and things like that. Those crucial penalties really hurt. They really hurt. And time and time again, we come on the road and we face these crucial penalties and we just can't overcome it. That's just something we got to look at.
We've got 2 more road games left, one against a very good team, one against not as good a team.
Don't say that, dog.
The road games in the playoffs. Can you fix it between now and the postseason?
Yeah, it's just going to have to be a mentality thing. Everyone is going to have to get better. We're going to get healthy and get ready because next week's going to be a big one.
Micah Parsons there talking to the media afterwards, certainly frustrated. Confident in the team moving forward, and they have been really good under Mike McCarthy following losses, and McCarthy's overall December record is pretty good. But today, Micah wasn't good. Certainly was taken out of what makes him so effective, where they're not throwing the football, so you're not having many rush attempts. And anytime they did throw it, it did seem like Micah was generating pressure.
Yeah.
But he was neutralized because they just ran the darn ball the whole game.
No, and
neutralized the hell out of Parsons. Was right.
They're not running away from that. I mean, they're talking about what needs to be done, and it really
unpopular opinion, but shoot, Josh Allen was a game manager today. Oops.
Is it a scheme related thing? Scheme related? Is it something that the Buffalo Bills did? Was it very similar to maybe the scheme that what we saw in Carolina, where Carolina had a little success running the ball? Is it something that Arizona?
We should have had that game plan.
There? What is there some kind of common denominator?
Pollard did had a good game.
Or is it just the fact that you weren't physical enough to handle a team that really got after your ass today?
Yeah.
And that's what Buffalo did.
But I wonder if, we've talked about this plenty. They're a speed, undersized, focused defense. And a lot of the time, like, the speed can cause problems for other offenses. But when they go up against a sledgehammer like that on offense, they certainly are struggling. And that does, how this team is built.
Well, they don't like my tweet, though.
Fit into
they don't like my tweet.
The run-first teams. And a lot of the teams in the NFL aren't like that anymore. But certainly San Francisco is the beast of the NFC right now, and the team you played today in Buffalo is morphing into that.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, though.
Them damn running backs there.
One thing that teams have learned, and I was on a couple of different programs for Buffalo and podcasts and stuff like that. They were terrified of Dallas's pass rush. They didn't, and
they didn't pass the ball for 15 times.
Dallas's pass rush. But you got to be able to do it. You got to have blockers, and you got to have a back, and you got to be committed to it. But these teams are terrified of
CMC ran for 200 yards.
The passer. So running the football, to me, is the absolute best way to play defense for sure.
Damn, CMC good,
back out to the phones. Brought to you by AT&T, the
He's
official
got the second most yards by a tight end this year.
And blockchain. Trust the team at blockchain.com to make buying, selling, and trading crypto easy. Play smarter, not harder with blockchain.com. Zach Wolchuk alongside the Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broaddus. We got Will in line 7 in Dallas.
No, he had 115 yards.
Show the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, 72-yard receiving.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Damn good team. I hate the fact that 49ers is a good team like that.
I just wanted to say that this is what the Cowboys are with that, and this is what they will be with that. We don't win the big games.
Here we go with this.
We're there all the time, but we just can't get through it. We got a defense. We had a defense for the past few years, and our coaches. Come on, get us ready, get the team ready, get the guys ready to play. You playing a big game. We got big games. These are big games.
Was last week against Philadelphia not a big game that they won?
Nah, we play them every year, twice a year.
Okay,
all right.
Get him, Brian. Come on,
best record in the NFC last week. And, Dak's not playing defense. You said we had a good defense the last 2 years. Yeah, maybe hold the defense accountable, too.
Oh, this was...
Blame can go on the quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
But your defense was terrible today.
Yeah. I totally agree. I agree with you, Zach.
I hear you.
Yeah, and when you come on and you say the quarterback and he's not going to find, if that's something we're going to live with from now on. The guys that are, and the gals that really are fans of Dak, and the guys and gals that aren't the fans of Dak. Okay, take that out of the equation.
Take it out of the equation.
You weren't good enough playing defense today. You physically got beat up. You didn't win on the outside. You let a team who has been struggling with pass coverage, have success today. They covered you. Quarterback couldn't find anybody. And when the quarterback found somebody, he would miss. A couple of times he missed there. This was a team loss, and head coach is just as much a part of this as well for the decisions that he made. But, his play calling, he couldn't find any rhythm today, couldn't get the quarterback going. Dan Quinn, this is part of you too. You couldn't get the defense to, get a stop when you really, really needed to stop. And, how many drives did they have that went 12, 13 plays? Ended up in points. That's a team loss right there.
Yeah, the fourth.
No, it's Dak lost, man. Dak lost his game.
Shut up with that. It was a big game.
Yeah,
Eagles had the best record in football, and you had 9 wins going into last week. Yeah. If you want to win the division, you had to win that game. It was for first place in the NFC East.
No, that game didn't mean anything.
So it was a big game last week. I get it. They're in your division. You play them every year, but you have a good team in your division. So yeah, it was still a big game last week that they did win, but 100% they've come up short in the postseason. I agree with you there. And today was bad. Today was not a good performance, and you were playing against a team that we do believe was good in what was a big game, and they didn't win, and they did come up short. So overall, I agree with the caller, but I would say last week was a big game, and today, not all on your quarterback. The defense, you can't allow 250-plus yards rushing and expect to win a football game. And when the opposing quarterback has less than 100 yards passing and only 15 attempts, you're not going to win.
No.
With those type of numbers, when you're getting beat by the run that bad, it was just terrible. All right, 877-881.
All right. So With all that being said, I do love the fact that it's time to bash our own team, right? And to also give objective analysis. Also, for y'all to rant and vent. So we're going to open up the phone lines to all, we're going to get this show on the road. The first 20 people in, get locked in, jump on in. I can't be on the phone line all night long. Come on.
There are 4 participants.
We only got 4 people in here tonight.
All participants are muted.
All right now, y'all better call on in. Don't be like, hey man, we dodging, man. I'm giving y'all ample enough time. 657-390-7391. The phone line is brought to you by Prize Picks. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let me know if my audio is straight before, because every time I open the phone lines, it does something weird to the audio. So let me know if we good. Y'all jump on in. I got Cam. You're live on the Nation.
Man, what's happening, Law?
Nothing to it, man.
The only thing I can do is just laugh, man.
Just laugh, man.
like I told him in the chat. When I say the Dallas Cowboys, I talk about my team as a team. I said no individuals. If you want to talk about individuals play, just say the word Dallas Cowboys. Everybody played terrible today. We was on the defense. We couldn't stop the run. They had 100 and some rushing yards the first half.
First half, they did. Yep.
And then just got another 100 and some the second half. The offense couldn't get down the field and score. Like I said, you want to talk about MVP with me? Let's talk about this guy named Brandon Aubrey. For real. He's the only reason why we haven't had a shutout this whole season.
The conference has been locked.
Against San Francisco in this team. So if you want to talk about MVP, I'll talk about him. But we have to get better. The play calling have to get better. I didn't see no adjustments. The adjustments was bad. That's why I called in and I said what I said. We have to be disciplined. Some of those calls, you can look at them, but hey, it was 100 more plays even between them calls where we have lost. I have seen this team, and I know you have seen this team play against the refs before. So, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Hey,
appreciate you calling in, Cam, man. A good observation. Nothing that I can take away from what you said. Appreciate you, Cam. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Good call from I just want to echo this point right here. When you look at a team like the Cowboys offense, they were not in rhythm. Whatever the play call and design was for Mike McCarthy, it appears that he wasn't really on track. Especially there were some opportunities, like Dak Prescott said in his presser, that if he connects with Brandon Cooks, then the score will be tied up 7-7. He said he don't know whether or not the wind took it or what have you, and it was an overthrown ball. I think that the Cowboys initially tried to attack with Brandon Cooks in this game, and that was just a bad option. I don't even know if even Michael Gallup was even in this game, too, by the way. Not saying that we should have looked at Michael Gallup, though, but it's just what it is. I got the 478. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. All right, we're going to roll to the next caller. I got 313 out of Detroit. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Law, man?
Yes, indeed. All is well. Can't complain.
Man, this is a rough one right here, Law, man. It seemed like everything went wrong for us tonight.
Yep. It went really bad tonight. And, I mean, when we look back at everything, I can look at the game plan on both sides of the ball, or all three sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special team. We're still in Dallas. Keep going.
Yeah, man. I'm going to talk about it's just two plays that stick out to me.
Right.
The first one was I wish Dak Prescott would have hit Brandon Cooks on that first long ball.
Right.
I feel like we really needed that. The same thing happened in the Seattle game. He missed on a long ball to Brandon Cooks early.
Yeah.
For some reason, that connection just off on that play early. It's off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the game plan of attacking deep like that. I like us intermediate short passes in the first quarter. Maybe you can try to throw the D ball once or twice in a half, you know. But for them to go deep like that, they don't give you an opportunity. It's like it's 50-50 to me personally. When you got to establish a rhythm, it don't get you back in rhythm is what I'm trying to say.
And the other play that I wanted to point out was the Sam Williams play.
Yeah.
I felt like that play swung the game so hard because the Bills were backed up at that point. I think it was like 4th and 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I know he's trying to make a play and block the punt, but it's like you see your team struggling at that point. You can't do anything to get a penalty right there.
Yeah.
We need the ball back. Let Turpin get that ball and have a shot at a return.
Yeah. Yeah, that is terrible right there. All right, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man, for calling in, fam. Good call from him. Yeah, I like this right here, and this is my whole philosophy with the approach. Whether Dak Prescott, y'all want to say he's not accurate, or he's the best thing since sliced bread, or terrible. I want to figure out a way to get my quarterback in rhythm first. I don't want us to attack deep without getting into rhythm. I want us to get our offensive players in rhythm, and you don't have to go for the deep pass early in the game. Now, he connects with that. That's a whole nother story. We're talking about, what a spectacular play. But keep in mind, you got plays to get your guys in rhythm. Did we see an end around at all? Did we see a Cavante Turpin line up inside the slot, motion around to the other edge to at least spark up the offense when we were stale a little bit? I don't think, and thank y'all for saying that Gallup did catch one pass tonight. So I just want to get my team in rhythm, and then once you establish that, then you can go deep. Guys, y'all know how it goes. Sometimes you gotta, nothing wrong with foreplay with the ladies. You gotta foreplay this thing a little bit. I got JV, man. You're live from the 901. Talk to me. No, hey, you better pick it up, JV. All right. We ain't going to circle back, man. Mike that lives in 49ers land.
The conference has been unlocked.
Yeah, what's up, Law?
Nothing much, man. I can hear you, fam. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I just want to make a couple points. To me, it seems like the coaches on the sideline seem like they're complacent. It seems like, in times when you need to inspire fire in your players, they're calm. And like that missed fumble that we should have thrown the challenge on, it just seems like there's complacency, and I'm not sure what the reasoning is for that, And then the other comment I have is the feeling I had when Clark went down, because when he went down, I wasn't sure he was going to get back up and come back into the game, and that feeling that I had was worrisome.
Right.
What happens if a linebacker really does go down, one of our key linebackers? And then that brings up my third and final point.
Uh-huh.
I agree with a lot of the people that they need to consider having Micah run more at Mike or at middle, than having him on the outside, because look how did you feel when you saw Clark go down?
I felt like, okay, well, hey, this is time for Rashawn to get more tick. And this is time for us to they're going to play nickel so many times anyway. This defense is a two linebacker system, right? So if anything, what probably, in my opinion, kind of hurt us a little bit more than normal was not having Malik Hooker out there on the field and having too much of Curse on the field. You remember when Wanye used to come in, he would play down, even though he is a free safety, but I like him better inside the box and utilizing his athleticism from there and allowing some of our other guys to rally and chase to the ball. But at the end of the day, we couldn't stop a nosebleed on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that's my point. So you don't think there's value in having them consider Micah going to Mike, or do you just feel that they're not going to do that? So you don't they're not going
to do that. I think that Micah is an edge guy in his mind, right? At 240 pounds, he want to play on the edge, and that's what they're gonna do. I think that we got too many edge guys on this team. We got and one can say there's never too many edge guys, but we got too many far as which is good. Fowler is good. Armstrong is good. My guy Sam Williams is good. D-Law is good. That's a lot of edge guys. You only need 2 of them out there. And I know far as the equivalency of what Micah brought to the table on the edge in this game, you could have got that out of Sam Williams and put Parsons. To me, he would have been better than any option that we had at linebacker.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, especially when we're playing linebacker with the safeties that are bumped up. I mean, Micah is a true linebacker. So I'm going to leave it at that, Law, but that's my feelings on it.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. That's Mike, y'all, that lives in 49ers land. And don't crucify me, y'all. This is what I'm looking at. A team that make up their mind that say that they're going to run the ball and they're not going to throw the ball. We in trouble with that. Parsons' biggest games been when teams say, you know what, bump the run, we gonna throw it, right? And that's what Parsons do. I want to know the ratio of how many sacks Parsons, if y'all can find me this number, how many sacks did he absolutely got from the edge opposed to the interior, like when they move him inside to blitz through the A gap or B gap. I want to know that breakdown if y'all can. I got my brother from another mother, man. Scott, man, you live, man.
Hey, what's up, Law Nation, Cowboy Nation, those who are really fans of the Cowboys for real? I got something to say, man. First of all, Law, you doing all right? You good, bro?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Hey, all is well, man.
All right, great, man. Get that out of the way, man. That's my boy. That's my brother, y'all. All right, let me say this, all right? Guys, if we won today, we would have had to win 15 games in a row to hold that Lombardi trophy up. 15 games in a row. I didn't think we were going to do that.
Okay,
so to drop this game after we went on a 5-game winning streak, we're 10-4 now, and we're in the playoffs. That's why you play the regular season, to get in the playoffs and get ready for the playoffs and get it. It's okay we dropped the game. I knew we were going to lose at least one, but we got Miami next week. And I honestly believe the reason why y'all get so mad is because you don't want to hear what they're going to say on the show tomorrow. And you don't want to hear what your homeboys and homegirls are going to say because they hate our guts. Who gives a crap what they say? We know what type of team we got. We know we got the best quarterback in the NFC.
Preach, brother.
We're going to do our thing, bro. And this is a different team. We have not lost 2 in a row. I pray to God that don't happen this week. But just chill, man. It's like y'all go overboard so fast. It's like, my God. Mike McCarthy has been the best thing since Jimmy Johnson. I don't have besides Bill Parcells. Man, chill out. We're going to lose the game. If those of you that said we're going to be 12-5 this year, well, don't you know you have to lose 5 games in order to be 12-5? We're going to be 13-3. Well, you got to lose 3 games in order to get there. We're going to lose a game or 2. Chill the F out, man. That job bothers and blows my mind.
Man.
That's why I really haven't been posting this year, because I ain't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
But I am talking about people's mamas that bother me today, though. I'm talking about your mamas that be bothering me. You know what I'm saying? But guys, chill out, man. Listen. If Brock Purdy, how Cam said does Brock Purdy, if Purdy can lose 3 games in a row,
oh my gosh,
and still be in the MVP race,
oh my gosh,
if Dak can't have a bad game like this where his receivers couldn't get open, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Scott. Now you speaking a lot of sense, right? And a lot of people don't want to hear that. I'm telling people, man, the Cowboys are the only team that can't lose. Like if we lose, it's the end of the world. It got to go undefeated.
They got to crush the 72 Dolphins. They got to crush them. I mean, it's just amazing. I don't understand it, bro.
Man, and you see how I post. You see how I post, man, on the other platforms and stuff. And there's nothing we can do. I think people are more geared up for this loss than if we would have won this game, they would have still said, "Well, hey, that don't mean anything. You don't mean anything because." But now it means so. That's the crazy. Now the game means something. But earlier it don't mean anything. Just like the caller when he called in to the 105, he said the Eagles last. It didn't mean anything. I'm sort of like, wait a minute.
It's crazy,
man, it's hard being a Cowboy fan, man, and just listen to our other compatriots talk. It's hard.
Yeah, the scariest thing is to see some of our starters like Zach Martin go down. It was raining. It was grass field and stuff like that. And honest to God, things always happen bad on that field. Good Lord, bro. I was thinking about that today. Something always bad happened on that field, man, every time. You know what I'm saying? But Cowboy Nation, if you're a true fan, you already know when we was winning Super Bowls, we lost tough games like this, and we always bounce back. It always happens. If you're an NFL team or sport, what of NBA, basketball, hockey, you're going to lose a couple games. Chill the heck out. We're in the playoffs. We're there. Tweak a little bit more. Just tweak a little bit more. We got to, take up a Jonathan Hankins. We see how important he is now, don't we? That's a big point. When I saw him in Dallas and I look at Mazy Smith, Hankins is a big boy. That cat is big. He is a big dude, bro. So, hey, look, just talk positive about Mazy. He'll be all right. He got to learn. You know what I'm saying? Just like every other field. We can't be so quick to throw out people under the bus when they don't perform well. It's football. It's progress every week. That's what they practice for. Yeah. You don't perform every time. You don't perform in the bedroom good all the time. That's why you watch it in my inbox. But we'll leave that alone. You know what I'm saying?
Roaster, man. Appreciate you, Scott, man. Appreciate
you. Yeah. All right, bro.
No doubt, man. That's a good call from him, man. Oh, my God.
The conference has been locked.
All right, so y'all locked in now. We going to knock out every call. I did open it back up for everyone. But to expound on what he said, hey, y'all, it's not possible for us to win every game, right? And at the end of the day, we're in the playoffs. You win this game, it will help if we would have won this game as far as playoff seeding. But at the end of the day, let's not fight and cry at the doggone moon because it's out there. Let's not do that, y'all. All right, so I got Trayvon, man, not Diggs, but Trayvon. What's good? You're live on the Nation.
What's up, my brother-in-law, man? Scott said everything pretty much what I wanted to say. That guy right there, I got to give him 2 thumbs up. You know what I mean? But a lot of our fans, as well as you know, have unrealistic expectations.
Right.
You know, and I don't know why every time we lose a game they want to fire everybody or they want to do this, they want to do that. We are emotional creatures when we lose.
Facts.
You know? So I just want, like my man Scott, just say, chill out. We're going to the playoffs. At least be happy about that. And we beat Philadelphia, where everybody thought we was going to get skull drugged, and we beat the brakes off of them convincingly. We just had a bad game. And if y'all ever noticed, our whole team was flat today. They wasn't motivated. Like, something was wrong. Like, like you said, something was off today. You know what I mean?
Them boys had that them BGs, them bubble guts, man, and the bug and everything.
And the flu bug and every doggone thing else that was coming through there.
Hey, we're going to send some sea moss their way, man, some elderberry, man. Hey, they going to have some type of separation, you know what I'm saying?
They need to do something. Boost up that doggone immune system.
Vitamin C package. Man, they were done, man. But it don't matter. At the end of the day, man, it's supposed to go out there and perform, in the rain and on the road,
Right. And when you were saying something about, going deep to, my man Brandon, and it didn't go off, but the weather kind of I guess participated with that, you know what I'm saying? They kind of cooperated with us and allowed us to try it, but then as you saw, the rain just got worse. And our run game, it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, they should have took a page from the Bills playbook and just run that thing. I would have said, you know what? Look, I know you press and I know what you want to do, Dak. But at this time, and I know you heard some of the outside noise, and I know I ain't crazy, man. I played this game. Look, we played some type of game on the street.
Oh, yeah.
I know he done heard something what Cam said. I know Parsons heard it. So I know they done said it to him and said, hey, man, they said that you just a game manager, dog. We need for you to have, we need to show them that you're not, And some of those things like that deep pass. I don't like deep passes early, man. Look. They haven't earned the play action yet, Get this team going one way and then kill them on the other. I guarantee you that they waking up now. And guess what? I'm hearing there's going to be a storm next week in Miami. I heard a big storm coming. So it's going to be more rain, So look, all of that passing stuff, man, look, just play the game. They should be looking at this game and saying we're going to run the hell out of this ball next week.
Yeah, there's some reverses with receivers. Like we was doing the week before. Come on, what happened to all of that? You know what I'm saying? What happened to all that swag we had?
Man,
you know what I mean? Come on, bro. But you know what, man? I appreciate everything you're doing, man, and I love some of the callers. But some of our fans need to sit your ass down and just chill out.
Chill out, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. Appreciate you.
And let me tell you, how about them damn Cowboys, baby?
Yeah, my man got a lot of heart, man. After a loss, he said, how about them Cowboys, boy? Hey, he got a lot of heart, man. I love that, man. You know, we got 757. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix?
Yeah, Law, I'm here. I'm with the last two callers. I understand. Yeah, we got to stay optimistic and everything like that. But I gotta vent a little bit, Law.
Oh yeah, vent. You heard me vent earlier. So hey, just tell me, just tell me. I'm right now not analyst fan. I'm just a fan. Just go ahead, vent.
Right, the momentum. Oh man, everybody always blames Dak for the loss. I'm just in on this player here. Sam Williams lost us the game. How in the world he got there so fast? He could have just took the ball off the punter's foot. Ain't this man? He be doing a lot of these bonehead plays. Ain't this the same one that got in the car accident? He running 98 miles per hour in the 55 miles per hour speed limit zone. You know he too good for his own. He too talented to be doing stuff like this. That's supposed to be a touchdown. That's winning the whole momentum of the game. We the worst penalty team in the whole league for all this talent. That's what I don't understand. We be beating ourselves. We beat ourselves.
Yeah, and drive extenders, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Then Mike McCarthy, he can't even throw the challenge flag. We got turnover right there, Long.
Get it off your chest, man. Get it up. Come on, man. I know you got some more. You hold it back a little bit. Go ahead, get it off, man. Get it off. Go ahead. Get it off, man. You hold it back.
Some kind of delay. The DQ can't make no in-game decision. He can't make no adjustments in the middle of the game. They running all over us the whole game. He can't adjust to just focus in on the run. He got all halftime to sit down with his players, and he can't make no mid-game adjustments. Like this is, and then we only scored into the fourth quarter with our offense making adjustments. They was only giving us underneath stuff all game. Oh, let's run the ball. Tony Pollard was hot. Why we can't run the ball? Why we can't make adjustments in the middle of the game?
Get him, man. Hey, you know.
That's it. I just had the vent, Law.
Yeah, man. That's what this is, the vent session, man. So, hey, I appreciate you, bro. And let's go. Let's, man, next week, hearing that it's going to be rain in the forecast. Look, we got to get, bigger cleats and get ready for it, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, Law.
Good call from him, man. You know, hey, I don't mind y'all venting, man. You know, look. I even got my guy, man. Unc, man, you live on the Nation 520. You live. Talk to me.
Oh man, I don't know what's up. What was VIP talking about? Them Slurpees? That's one of them that was on the phone on the fan. That's one of them that was on the phone with the fan.
Okay.
Let me tell you right now, Mazy Smith, he's a rookie. What the hell else you want from this man? What the hell else you want from this man?
I got you.
What
more do you want from me?
You remember Russell Maryland? Maryland wasn't Superman. He was number one pick, and he wasn't no Superman his rookie year. Damn, people, what the hell's wrong with you? The whole team lost the game, flat out, point blank, period. To take this L, we was due. We was due, but we ain't gonna lose the second one. We ain't gonna lose two in a row. Y'all, the optimism, pessimism, analytical, cynical, maniacal, whatever the hell it is, wake the hell up. Quit. You got to stop with the crying. Get to stop with the bullshit. The bullshit of crying. I forgot this is a family show, so
hey, man, it's all good.
And if y'all having problems, get them blue pills. I ain't got no problem with that. But if y'all got the dumb kind of ED problems, you get them blue pills. That's all I got to say. Ain't gonna be too many more punk bees up in here. Deuces. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Yeah. All right, man, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all need no blue pills, man. Y'all just need to stay with an alkaline diet. You know, drink your water. And how the girl said, give me water, make me sweat. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. And blend up some doggone watermelon. the rhyme and all, blend it up and get you some Hennessy. Boy, I'll flip this table over, man. It'll stay up all night, baby. So don't be going and getting no blue chews and nothing blue and put it in your mouth, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to save y'all, you know what I'm saying, from having a cardiac arrest over here, you know, from trying to have the best time of your night, you know, of your life. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm telling the truth, ain't that right? I mean, look, my conscious community, like, yeah, Law throwing some truth serums in here. And I got an Eagles fan up in here. Oh, my God, man, for the 302, man, what's going on with you, man? You live, man, talk to me.
What's going on? Y'all crying the river now, man?
Man, what you mean we crying the river? You know, it's a situation we lost. We held that L. You know, we still flexed on y'all last week, but you know, I guess we had all of our good plays then. You know, we wanted to secure the bag last week.
like I've been telling y'all, you know, listen, I have not been wrong. I told y'all, no matter what, we finish in first in the NFC East.
Bro,
y'all see.
Bro, you better hush your mouth until tomorrow. You better. Oh, you speaking, Brody? You finna celebrate what the Bills did, what y'all couldn't do to us? Come on, man. Oh, so you really flexing on this win from the Bills?
No. Listen, I'm not flexing just for the simple fact we beat the Bills.
Oh, you gonna go that aspect. So you doing that aspect of it.
Listen, first of all, your people on here keep trying to say I'm delusional, I need therapy. I just started therapy, so I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? They even try to get me, oh, y'all lost to the Jets. But y'all lost to the Cardinals with a worse team.
Y'all haven't played the Cardinals yet, though, so you better hush. And if
we gonna beat the Cardinals.
Y'all gonna beat the Cardinals. Y'all gonna beat this bird tomorrow too. The Seahawks tomorrow. Y'all gonna beat them too.
Of course.
Hey, I'm old enough to remember just last week when you was calling in at halftime to my show and also the previous pregame show that you was very sounding the same that you was gonna beat us. We'll find out, Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying, James? But hey, James did cook today, though. Your other guy that got your name did cook today. Dang, he cooked today.
Listen, man. Listen, get your people on the Facebook side to stop getting mad at me because, listen, y'all lost. I took the L. I took the L's on here without crying, without complaining. None of that stuff. But ain't nobody want to bust it up with me tonight, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I've been letting y'all give it to me for 2
wait a minute. Wait a minute now. All I'm saying is, James, Slay ain't going to play tomorrow. They changing your defensive coordinator, Pat Matricia, whatever his name is, Tupac coming back from the grave or whatever y'all got going on over there. Look, bro. Look, all I'm saying is y'all gotta also. I heard Jalen Hurts is hurt. You know, he got some type of give me water, make me sweat type of stuff going on over there with him. And hey, they gotta fly all the way to Seattle land. And we'll be watching that game. We'll be watching that game too, you know. But I appreciate it. One more point before I let the other Cowboy callers call in. One more point, bro.
Listen, I keep telling y'all the end result is we are going to win the NFC East no matter what happens. Even if we lose tomorrow, I'm not sweating. The way y'all be sweating is ridiculous on here. And it's not like on here, y'all show y'all tears and y'all emotions, but on the outside, that's when y'all be, Cowboys, this, you know, y'all be bragging. But see, I get to see how emotionally y'all are.
Wait a minute. Wait. Have you seen your own fan base yet? Man, did you see Gilly the Kid? Did you see how he was crying last week? Did you see all of the Eagles people? Did you see Monty and Montisha, all that stuff? Come on, bro. But, hey, I appreciate you so much for calling in. You boy, y'all better win tomorrow, though, bro.
We will.
Y'all better win. Appreciate you. We'll see how that football math stuff goes. You know, if he want to use that, then I'm gonna say, hey, man, well, we beat the Seattle Seahawks. Y'all lost to the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, indeed. Hey, let's tune in right quick. I'm gonna pre-tune in. See how y'all do me, man. I got the A32, man. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, bro.
What's up, Law, man? Hey, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the deep pass thing, man.
Okay.
Like to me, that opened our offense up.
They would have opened it up.
Our offense was so stagnant. Like they played it too high. Everything underneath, they were tackling. Every time we caught the ball, they made a tackle. Like
right.
We couldn't break no tackle. We couldn't get no play. They was hugging our receivers. So that deep ball would have opened up our offense instead of suffering it. And then for us like running the ball, like Pollard, he was having some success or whatever. But once we got behind, we couldn't keep up.
Well, let me ask you this though.
Let
me ask you this.
Kept going deep.
Let me ask you this. So I get it, but there is a time that you want to at least establish on the opening drive that showed that, hey, you are trying to slither. You trying to shoot the doggone pig with a machete. I mean, with a machine gun, not the machete. I think that what the Cowboys should have done, in my opinion, is to throw intermediate to short passes to open it up. When you go all the way deep, if you miss it, then it's going to set you back. They scored on their opening drive. We didn't move the ball. We didn't kill clock or none of that stuff. And then one of the series, we went 3 and out, and we didn't even get a yard. Didn't kill clock at all. So that put more and more harm to our defense out there because they was already gasped because they didn't have no answers on stopping the run. And especially, and I'm just saying here, thinking though, Jay, was when you playing a game and you talk about complimentary football, knowing that you got 10 players that's somewhat hit with illness, whatever it may be. You got Jonathan Hankins out. You got Malik Hooker out. So you got more and more guys that's not even in rhythm on your defense, and you put them out there, they're going to get, I don't want to use the word exposed, but they're going to get a little tongue heavy, out there, gasping. I think that we should have controlled the game a little bit more with our run.
But that's not our strength, Law. Our strength is passing the ball. Like, y'all, I know we want to go to the run, but some games, like, I believe, like, you just got to put it in Dak and let them out a ball out. And another thing I hated.
In the rain, though? In the rain? In the rain?
In the rain. But even in the rain, because you never know what the elements are going to be like.
What are the strengths? What are the strengths for the Bills?
It was against the run. Their weakness was the pass. They cornerbacks are not good.
No, I'm talking about on their offense. On their offense, what's the strength of the Bills?
The strength of their Bills, they pretty much a balanced team at times. When they're successful, they balance.
Who they talking about MVP? Who they talking about MVP on the Bills? Who's the MVP of the Bills?
It can't be the quarterback right now.
No, it wasn't the quarterback. It was the quarterback, right? So the strength of the Bills is passing the ball. The MVP would have been Josh Allen, right? They throw the ball. They are a team that have fifth rank in offense. They're 9th in defense. So even though we can say, well, against X, Y, and Z teams, right, that we should have been able to attack the middle of the field because Hyde was out or what have you. But what the Bills did, they didn't play into the strength of their team. They played into what was the reason to win the game would be running the ball, so it could be comfortable for their run. Go ahead.
But okay, so why they expose our weakness, knowing that we had our strongest run stopper out, and y'all saying even though they would get to the edges, but like what I'm saying, I play ball too.
Right, true.
When my middle get a push.
Mm-hmm.
They have to bounce it out even more to get to the edge. And that extra yard or even half a yard is enough time for my linebackers to get in position, even if they're a little out of position, by getting that push up the middle. They ain't have to worry about no push up the middle. So for him to get to the edge, like he was getting up to the line and bouncing to the B and C gap without no pressure from the interior line. And they attacked that the whole night.
All right,
and
so
that was a pure weakness that we had in our defense by the guy that we was missing.
Well, even if you say that, right? So even if you say that pure weakness by our defense, but majority of those plays still would bounce to the outside. No linebackers had opportunities to come down and field, and they ran side by side with the running back all the way down the hand. There was one play, literally, J-Ron Curse holding the hand of the running back and said, hey, I want to help you along the way. I would tell you this. What was the more average yards per play? Was it us throwing the ball or running the ball?
It was us running the ball.
Right. Dak averaged 3.9 yards per throw. Our run game with Tony Pollard, he averaged 4.7. I think that if we were to just look back at the game, let's not try to go kill them with a god doggone bazooka. And I know death of 1,000 cuts. I said that I like the fact that we went away with that. But those are in different conditionings. But when it's wet and rainy and cold and you are missing some of your elements on the defensive side of the ball, I think that our game plan should have been run the ball. Look, Dak Prescott was even able to run the ball on some broken up plays. He averaged more yards per play on the ground running the ball than he averaged throwing the ball. So I just think that the Cowboys' game plan was just very flawed, in my opinion, bro. In my opinion. But you're right. If they would have caught that ball, even Dak Prescott said if they would have caught that ball, it would have changed some momentum there.
And when the last time we used a challenge?
Oh my God!
It's like we don't use challenges. It's a challenge award or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Every time they rush up to try to get to the line of scrimmage, I think we should just throw the flag. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yep. I mean, look.
That's 14 points.
That's 14-point swing. I'm going to tell you what was another pivotal point of that game. Remember, we were 3rd and 1. We finally established some momentum. But here we go again with our chests out, wanting to score really quickly because we thinking that we got to match them and not playing the game within the mindset of the game. Guess what we do on 3rd and 1?
Yeah, we passed.
Yeah, we did. We did play action. And we passed the ball. I think we got sacked, I believe. Did we get sacked on that and made it 4th and 11? Yeah. I think that play, twice we was at 3rd and 1. Twice we were 3rd and 1, and we went past. One was incomplete. The other one was play action. And what we seen, twice we got the Bills to 3rd and 1. They did Allen push, tush push on Allen twice. And then Allen on one play, he didn't even need to do the tush push. He saw B gap wide open. A gap was pretty much shut down. And he's like, shoot, let me bounce it all the way to the edge on the C. So I think that at the same time, we should just look back at this tape and drill ourselves on the opportunity that was missing. I think on one other situation, it was within that same drive, fam. When we were 3rd and 1, we ran it one time with Hunter, and he got 3 yards. That's his only carry for the entire game.
We don't have, to me, I just
I trust, bro.
Like that, man.
Bro, I trust Hunter right now to give me 3 yards if he's running behind Tyron and Tyler. I trust him to give me 3 yards every time. For some reason, man, because I don't know why the Cowboys just – look, I don't call plays, but I just look at it like, bro, why don't the Cowboys just trust Hunter to run behind Tyron and Tyler on that play? I know he can give you 1 yard, bro.
I agree with that.
You agree? Yeah.
I give it 4 ounce. I give 4 ounce about 1 yard. I give
1 yard, man. And, and live to fight another day. And then after you get – look. Let's agree to disagree. After they get that first down, if they want to go back to that deep pass because they know they had Brandon Cooks, then you go for that deep throat killer, man. Pause. But then you go for it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because, you and I play football. So at 3rd and 1, don't go for it then. Just get the first down. And then after you get the first down, do the same play. But, hey, throw it deep to Brandon Cook, CeeDee Lamb, or anybody. And then that would have been a better philosophy, in my opinion, instead of doing it on 3rd and 1.
I feel you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, Jay, man? Appreciate you, man. And I hope y'all feel me, man. I ain't trying to look. I beat Dak Prescott on that series, I beat Dak up. Dak should have audible. Kill. Yeah, here we go. Hunter. I would have did that. They tried to go. Look, we tried to go for the head too quickly. That's all I'm saying. We tried to go for the head too quickly, Hey, he said, look, you see Shaniqua on the dance floor? Hey, send a few drinks to her girls, before you go over there and try to go willy-nilly all on her, you know. See who all she with first. And then send a drink over to her, you know. Say, hey, this drink is from the gentleman down at the end of the table. Let her sip on it a little bit. Then make your way over there. But don't just go say whip it out and say, hey, here I am. What's up? I'm Law. Come holler at me, you know. Take your time. Do a look foreplay. You know, y'all give me what I'm saying. You know. Hey, I got 901, man. You live, man. You know. 901, you live. JV. All right. Doc, man, from the 210, you in. Doc, you live.
Hey, what's going on, Brother Law and Cowboys Nation? Just want to chime in a couple of things, Law. You are 100% correct, man, with the breakdown of the 3rd and 1 and the deep pass. No one could explain it better than what you did. That was awesome. I want to just say a couple of things. I want to talk about the guy that called in, the Philly fan, talked about at least we beat the Bills. Okay, so listen to this. So if you look at the schedule, they've got the fortunate of the schedule to play all these good teams at home, for the exception of the Chiefs, and we know the Chiefs should have beat them. If they had caught the Bills in Buffalo would have beat them. It's just that good teams seem to get that extra when they play at home, man. So for him to say that, I know for a fact they would have lost to Buffalo in Buffalo, but you know they won in Philly.
They would have called that horse caller.
Yeah. Exactly, man. And Brother Scott was speaking facts, man. Look, the whole team. It wasn't just Sam Williams that lost the game. They cracked me up when they said it. The whole team. It was a letdown from the whole team, man. And you were 100% correct, man. When you talked about the edges, it wasn't just Parsons on the edge that was getting beat. It was actually
99,
Long, Armstrong, all of them need to take blame for that, because they all got beat, man.
Yeah.
Period. And next thing, man, this game was important. If people want to say it wasn't an important game, yes, it was an important game, because now you fall a game and a half behind San Francisco. We know San Francisco has the Ravens coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that game can pretty much go either way. So this game was important. So now you're a game and a half behind. So it'll be pretty tough to catch them. You still have a chance to get the 2nd seed, but it's going to be pretty tough to catch Frisco now. As I mentioned to you, linebackers, man. I've said this for 3 years, man. The Cowboys need to figure out to get some thickness, in these linebackers, man. I mean, I know this is Dan Quinn's scheme, but, bro, when you playing a team like this Buffalo, the 49ers, them teams that come downhill on you, man. Like I told you, man, number 14 weighs about as much as I weigh. 215. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have some thickness in there, man. And I know we're about to hit week 16 next week, and it's probably too late in the game to try to go get somebody, but they gotta figure it out, man. Maybe something's there on the roster. I don't know. They gotta figure that part out, man, or they'll be going home. Yeah. And then the next thing, Brother Law, is guys, fake ass. Excuse me, man. I'm sorry.
You good? Come on.
Fake ass Cowboys fan calling in talking about a 22-year-old kid. I know Mazy should be about 22. I think he's about 21 when you come out of college.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's about 22. You're sitting up here talking about a damn rookie that's been in the league for 1 year, man. He's got to go through his growing pains, man. He's got to go through his growing pains. We have fans talking about penalties. You got to play above the penalties, man. The penalties were called. Yes, there was bad penalties, but your execution wasn't enough to offset those penalties. They're going to call penalties whether we think it was right or wrong.
Right.
That's just part of the game. That's just part of the game. Next thing, brother, I'm going to just keep it a stack, man. Our offensive line, to me, it felt like Dak was going to get sacked about 10 times. I'm not going to even lie to you, man. But every time you looked around, it was like they were that close on him. And that has more to do with the physicality of our O-line. They just got bullied on the offensive line.
Let me ask you this, though. And I'm going to reach out to all of my offensive line guys, and I want to really know that some of that bleeding stopped when TJ got in. Do you think that, at this point, that Terrence Steele is still on the road, not really comfortable, even though it was a turf field, but now it's a turf field mixed with water. Is that the situation with Terrence Steele in these type of moments, that he just whiff on some of these blocks?
Remember, I keep telling you, when you come off of an injury like that, man, it could take, for some people it takes a little longer. It could take about 2 years roughly, man, to really get it to be right. And I personally think that he's not right, because you can't sit up and tell me, man, that, you know, I like to favor a player. When you look at the year that he had, was it the previous? I think it was the last year. No, because he tore it last year. So you look at the year before they redid the contract with him, and then I think leading up to the injury, man, the boy was playing damn good football. He was playing damn good football. I just think that he's got to get his feet up under him. That, like I said, it takes a while coming off of an injury like that. And it just has to be with confidence. Maybe he's still favoring it and not really, you know, feeling like, hey, I can still play at my highest level, but I know this injury is here. He could be potentially still favoring that, and it could be that. But I think he's just going to need a little time, Law. I think you're right. But tonight, to go back to your question about who was that the kid came in for, was it Bass, I think, came in for him, right?
For Zach, you know, Martin.
For Zach, right? Okay, I think, maybe a little bit was on him, but I'm going to keep it a stack, man. Our whole offensive line got beat, man. Even our seniors on the line, they got beat a few times. And that's why I said, man, every time it looked like Dak was going back,
somebody in his face.
I was like, man, this dude about to get sacked. This dude's about to get sacked, man. I just felt like it was going to be about 10 sacks on our QB tonight, which would have just been awful. But they just got our physicals, man. I mean, the O-line got our physical, and that's pretty much all you can say about that. And then kind of I'm looking in the chat, this clown talking about Dak will never lead us to a Super Bowl. Well, that goes back to what I just said about the O-line. The O-line blocks, Dallas wins. Period. They just got outplayed tonight. Last thing, man. I don't know. To me, on the defense, maybe it was just me, man. It just looked like Curse was confused, man. Did they have him playing free? I know he played for Hooker. I saw him playing free, and I saw him come back in the linebacker area. I was just confused.
Man, I'm going to have to look at the all-22, man, because the broadcasting view going to murder me with him. We'll see what need to be done from here, bro, for real.
Yeah, last quick thing, Law, I'm going to say this, man. I like I said, they're in the playoffs. I think they're going to be good, but I see, and I know this is far in the future, but I think on this defense, man, they're probably going to lose about 5 or 6 players, man. They've got to get better, man. They've got to get better in these areas to compete, because we know Frisco is going to be there to stay. As long as they got them 300 months over there, they're going to be there to stay. Philly kind of trickling on the borderline, but we need to get better, man, and that's going to entail losing some players, but you got to be able to backfill those players you're going to lose that can actually come out there and give you a better performance.
No doubt, man.
And that's all I have to say, brother. Okay,
great conversation with you, man. Real good conversation.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Doc.
Okay. Thanks a lot, man.
No doubt, man. Good conversation, man. All right, so when we look at these 3 teams done clinch. It's the Niners, Eagles, Cowboys. Those 3 teams done clinch. In the hunt, you got the Lions, Buccaneers, Vikings, Rams. All right, so out of that bunch right there, the Rams are the only team, in my opinion, that's very scary down the stretch in the playoffs. You just never know. You got Sean McVay. The Lions, we got to see what they're going to look like down the stretch, too. They are another team that you can argue and say, well, you know, they can get hot or they can get cold. But the Cowboys, since we already clinched, this is a situation that the Cowboys must, M-U-S-T, figure out these next few games on what we need to do in order. And I mean this, in order to really, really solidify that run situation. I would tell y'all this. We are not the only ones that pick and poke at this team. Before the game even played, there were people looking at how they can stop and slow down the Dallas Cowboys. And one of the people that I want to bring in on this is right quick. Just bear with me. Let's see if I can get this player up. Okay, boom. I'm going to bring up this right here. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. And we're going to play this audio. And I played a little bit of this on one of my shorts. But, hey, he called it out, man, and he put it right there on the money on how to stop the Cowboys and these sorts of things. So bear with me while I get this together. Hold on. I think I got it right here. Boom. And he talked about like some of the weaknesses of this team. Let's see if I can get this playing. Let me see if y'all can hear audio.
Do they offer, if any?
Terrence Steele, the right tackle, is a beatable player in one-on-one pass protection. So, that's really important. You must make him a little uncomfortable. He's been so comfortable the last number of weeks because the pass protection has been really, really good. But anyway, the thing I think that goes along with pass rush when you play the Cowboys is you must change the picture on Dak from pre-snap to post-snap. You can't allow him to just visually get locked in.
And they didn't allow that. And I forgot guy's name. I think his name is Greg or what have you. That's what they did. They literally listened to that old man right there, that old wise man. Shoot. And they listened to him. Shoot, they listened to that dude right there. And they did exactly what they supposed to do. Let me know if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Casel, appreciate you, Bootzilla. Appreciate you, man. Greg broke us down like a fraction. Go watch all of my doggone reels that I done cut up, from their networks, man. And if you listen to what he said, everything that he said, literally, they did that. They did. He called out the doggone Dan Quinn's defense. The only thing that they didn't do, they didn't attack Deron Bland, but they did attack Stephon Gilmore. In this game, they really said, you know what? Josh Allen, we know who you are. We don't try to get going back and forth with this. Hey, let's just go ahead and attack the other dude. He coming off of a good game. Let's see what he can do. 731, you're live on the Nation.
Hey, Law.
What's good, bro? Talk to me, man.
Hey, bro, man. I just seen you earlier when we was looking at your earlier cast and they said something about moving Micah Parsons, a linebacker.
Right.
And you threw your hands on top of your head like you had found gold.
Yeah, I was like, because they echoing the same thing that I see, right? And when somebody echoes the same thing, man, you sit there like, come on, man. And I know Quinn see it, but I think that Quinn, he's a player's coach. I think that Mike McCarthy, he's a player's coach. And Micah Parsons is a boisterous guy. He's a lovable guy, and he's one of the leaders of this team. And, there's a thing between wants and needs. He's going to get what he wants.
But let me ask you, though, they holding this guy 90% of the time.
Right.
And it's not getting called.
Right.
So if he could stand back 2-3 feet, but 4 feet, and get a good smooth vision on, a strike, strike. Go in there. If you're going to go in there, go like that. This is what's happening to him because they not calling nothing for him.
Right. But let me throw this in. Let me throw this in at you, though. If you off ball, right, and you still post the edge rush, and they tend to run on that, then you're not setting the edge. You trying to get around the edge to get to the quarterback when you don't and when you line up on the line. So if the Cowboys are sitting there saying, okay, since they're not calling holding, which is granted, right? I get it, right? Since they're not calling holding on that particular situation, then why even have him on the line? Because we not going to get it. We understand it. It's been 11 games. He only got one holding call in the last 11 games. They're not going to call it. So the Cowboys got to coach around that. They know they ain't going to call it, so play this man off ball. They're not going to sit back and call it every game. And then
when
Parsons not going to –
ball, where you want him at off ball?
Mike,
where you want him at off ball?
At Mike. Throw him around. You can move him at Sam. You can throw him on weak side. You got to make sure that we can't give them. Look, I'm gonna use this as an analogy. Back in the day when I went to Jackson State, we know we all drunk. We all had a good time at free lunch. And I'll get a call, and they'll say, hey, man, Law, they got roadblocks, man, right before you get to county line, Now, I can say, well, man, I ain't that drunk. You know what I'm saying? I can go through there. If I know that the authority is there, why would I drive through there? You know what I'm saying? Why would I play with that risk?
Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, man, they hit me up. I'm gonna stay at Shaniqua house this week. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, because I can't go all the way up north. Yeah, they got roadblocks out. And it was before Uber and taxes and all of this stuff. Taxes always been there, but nobody gonna pay that much money. So we know that the authorities are gonna not call holding on Parsons. So for us to continue to do something, it's like equivalent for me to get drunk and get all wobbly-legged and still go through the doggone roadblock, hoping that they ain't going to pull me over. So the Cowboys' fault on that. Cowboys need to do a better job in coaching.
You basically tied him up.
You tied him up.
You might want handcuff him because they ain't calling nothing for him.
They ain't calling nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it. So
it's impossible to block this guy. It's impossible to block him.
Yep.
And so you think people always say Cowboys complain about the officiating. You just don't know what they take out of a team when you start a game like that. And I mean. And you out here working your ass off, and then boom, boom, boom.
Yep. So Parsons he provided some pressures tonight, right? He did do that on some plays. I would say this: if you refuse to have Parsons at linebacker, maybe only rush him on third downs, but on first and second downs, dude, you playing linebacker play. I don't give a dog how mad you are or how how you gonna go back in and talk about us, on your podcast and everything. But I'm gonna get you only on pass rushing downs. You know what I'm saying? To rush the quarterback. But outside of that, dog, you finna play some linebacker for me tonight.
Exactly. I saw you throw your hands on top of your head because your eyes got big. You was like, man, you seen something. And I was like, they tied him up every play.
Yep.
It's like you don't even hear his name mentioned.
Let me tell you.
A long time.
Let me tell you how effective Parsons was in this game. He had 2 tackles. 2 tackles.
What that tell you?
There's a flawed game plan. No. If Damone Clark, this is what pisses me off more so than anything. When I go back and I'm gonna look at all of this tape. If Damone Clark had 11 total tackles, 7 solos, right? D-Law had 8 tackles, 7 solos, and one of the guys that everybody talk about that is the savior of our defense only give me 2 tackles in the whole game out of 60 minutes. I'm not utilizing him to his max capabilities. The Cowboys deserve to lose because it's like us saying, okay, we're going to have Superman, but give him the kryptonite suit, you know what I'm saying, and expect him to still be Superman.
I'm a truck driver. I got to go to Massachusetts on Monday. Now, if they got 3 loads going that way and 1 going this way, but they need me to go this way. I can't go where I want to go. Say where we need. Okay, I know Micah Parsons know that edge rusher make more money than that linebacker. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at that Bosa money, but we need to be free.
Yeah,
free.
Man,
we need to line the roam free. That's all I got, Law. I appreciate you. I support your channel, man. I go. Like I said, I like to listen to stuff while I'm going to sleep. Yeah, you read me a bedtime story. You don't know how many nights, man. I just let you play, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man.
I wake up and hear you got a whole new show on.
That's what I try to do, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. All right.
Yeah. Low key, caller got me hot just a little bit by me looking at the stat sheet, and I know Parsons do things that's beyond the stat sheet. But man, when I look at this thing, I'm sitting here like, that's our best player on this doggone team. He only giving me 2 tackles. Come on, man. Look, that ain't working, man. I'm mad now. I'm mad since I looked that up. I could have did that. I'm bullshitting me, y'all. I could have got 2 tackles. But man, we could have had what our Lord. Sam got you 1 tackle in this game. We could have just had Sam out there, you know. At least he had 1 solo tackle. Parsons literally had 2 tackles. That's it. No solo tackles, by the way. So meaning that when he was there, someone else was there. And Carl Davis had 2 total tackles. Carl Davis, he just picked him up from the practice squad. Y'all see what I'm going at now? People talking about, hey, what's the valuability of this team? And we attaching our wagon to the defense. Well, the defense got to give me more tackles, man. I need more than 2 tackles. I think Jonathan Parrish could have gave me 2. Daniel could have gave me 2 by accident. Ori that's in the chat could have gave me 2. Kelly Larson could have gave us 2. Let's use the strength of this team. I got my guy from the 206. You're live on the Nation. MJ, talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Talk to me. Well, I'm mad now, though, after I looked at that stat sheet. I can't wait to watch the all 22. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking to Cam and Will on your line, and I told them I'm a defensive person, and I'm going to keep telling you, Law, you're not winning with Dan Quinn. I'm telling you, brother, you're not going to win. Hate to disappoint y'all on here. And y'all can say, woe me. It's not that we got beat. It's how we got beat, Law.
Mm-hmm.
And they ran the same. It's a copycat league. They ran San Francisco defense on us. 4 push, linebackers. And San Francisco played way better. Let me say this again for all you Cowboy fans. San Francisco played way better defense than the sorry Buffalo Bills. And it got to be a miracle. I don't see us making it to the Super Bowl. And you know me, Law. You know, I'll be straight up, keep it real. And I want us to make it. I pray, but I don't see it. No. Dan Quinn ain't the guy, man. So y'all keep trying to get interceptions. Keep trying to get turnovers. And keep giving up 260 yards. 266 yards. The guy only threw for 80 yards. That is pitiful, brother. So, and Mike McCarthy, you need a whooping. Use our beef for you. But come on, McCarthy, man. 2nd and 1, you run the ball, bro. The Cowboys could have probably ran for about 160, 180 yards, but he wanted to throw. I'm like, come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? But we get our coach, and the dude might be right. I'm going for McCarthy. I hope Dan Quinn do better. But there's one guy to come on your show. He don't believe in McCarthy.
Oh my God, Darius. Yeah.
Darius. Okay, Darius might be right. You know what I'm saying? And and it ain't got nothing to do with my quarterback or nothing like that, because everybody can have a bad game.
Yeah.
But the play calling was horrible. And number 70, y'all better go look at that tape. Number 70 was getting his ass whooped. That's why he got hurt. When they put 66 in the game, the passing got better, and 66 was pancaking people.
Yeah.
So that's what happened when we want money all the time. And this was what happened to number 11, because he, like you said, look what y'all talking about, money.
Let me read this stat out and just name the player who did this.
Okay.
2 tackles. This is from the interior. 2 tackles. 1 solo, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 QB hit. Name that player.
Mazy.
That's the only guy.
That's the only guy.
That's the only guy that had a tackle for loss in this game. He's the only guy that had a QB hit, and he's the only guy that had a solo tackle, and he had 2 other tackles. So look, and 1 sack. So I'm sitting here like, dude, guess who the only one getting blamed for the loss?
No, Mazy. It was. You know what I'm saying? That's so dumb. It wasn't about Mazy.
He the only one got a tackle for loss.
Look what they did, Law. They did it again on us. They ran on the edges. And that's Dan Quinn's fault. And let me tell everybody on here why it's Dan Quinn's fault. Dan Quinn is trying to make these boys rush the rushers so bad. These guys don't need to worry about trying to stop the run. That's why we're getting gashed.
Yeah.
And if Philly would have did that, we'd have got beat. Because you got to remember, I hate Philly. And we finally beat them. But Philly fumbled the ball in our territory 3 times. Sorry, Philly, y'all. Arizona scores 29 points on the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even do that. So I don't see us beat the 49ers. And some dudes say, oh, man, when Baltimore play the 49ers, man, 49ers going to score 40. Man, that 49er team is the baddest team in the NFL. The 49er is playing, and I told Cam this, I said the 49ers is playing like the old Dallas Cowboys. And that's why the fans is so frustrated along. They know the
49ers are playing to the degree, whereas the offense is playing well, the defense is playing well, the special team is there. The only thing they can slow down.
And is playing like Joe Montana.
Shoot.
I hate to say it. Let me say it again, Long.
Look, they done reinvented the doggone 80s, not the 90s Niners.
They
reinvented the damn 80s Niners. You know what I'm saying? With Roger Craig. With Roger Craig, CMC is Roger Craig on steroids. You know what I'm saying? And that doggone dude can sit back.
But I gotta give Arizona a shout out to Arizona, because Arizona, like the Philly guy came on here, Arizona might beat Philly.
Yeah.
Seattle, and that's a shame. And then, like y'all said, we want to go, but I thought we could win it all the way through, Law. Remember I said that? And I thought Buffalo shouldn't beat us. But, Law, we did it again. They let us down every time. They're going to keep doing it. And Stephen A. is right, Law. I'm just saying it, Law. This team don't have no heart.
They don't have no heart.
They can't tackle. You all the missed tackle. The dude was running. The dude was the number 4 was. He was tapping in the middle of the line.
Mm-hmm.
I said, get him. And then next thing you know, he run for 8 yards. I'm like,
yeah.
I laugh. Hey, and if y'all ever get broad on the line, Law, what's that, Broadway?
Who?
The guy from the break. The white guy that always come on y'all show.
I don't know.
You know the
he's got the second most yards by a tight
end on the break. Who's on the break?
Oh, Brian Broaders. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I want to tell Brian Broaders this. Brian Broaders and me and Cam and Will said this. We don't want no more LSU players.
LSU players?
The LSU players are fucking sorry. Excuse my friend.
Which one?
33 is garbage.
Oh, you talking about? Well, we got rid of Jabril Cox. Jabril probably did something.
Jabril garbage. 33 garbage. The corner we had was garbage. We don't want no more LSU players, man. He getting killed. He can't like he's dumb. He can't, and I hope you hear this. He can't read. He can't cover. He never make a tackle. I never see him go hit a hole and just boom.
Hey, all I can say, because DeMond still my dude, man. He's second year player. He just
Lord, we defense.
What we gonna have to do is look, DeMond my dude, man. Don't mess me up with him, man. Come on, man.
He's horrible, Lord. Our linebacker's horrible.
Oh my God! Look, DeMond. Look. This is what's gonna have to happen with DeMond. I don't like DeMond right now at Mike, man. I like him on weak side. I do like him on weak side. I'm gonna tell you this with DeMond. We need to go into this draft and get us a true Mike linebacker. And I like Marquise Bell, but he too light, bro. He just too light.
He's too light.
But he's good. He's good though. He's good. He's good on coverages though. He's good on coverages.
We need D tackles like the big. Remember that guy I wanted? I wanted the guy from remember the D tackle that used to play for Minnesota?
Yeah.
And he played Dalvin, and he played for Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's who you need. You need a D tackle like him and a D tackle like the Redskin D tackle. And then that'll help our sorry DNs. Our DNs can't make a play. Oh, man. I'm just so disappointed in that defense. That defense is horrible. And, Law, you know I always say, because everybody get mad at MJ when MJ tell the truth. And y'all say, oh, man, y'all complain. No, that ain't about complaining, because they ain't got nothing to do with my quarterback. My quarterback, he going to come through. He'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But that defense is so horrible. They can't tackle. They be getting ran over again. This is about the third or fourth time we done gave all them yards. You know, we pitiful, man. That defense ain't gonna win nothing for us. And I felt the same way when I told my friend. I said, man, it's the defense. And my friend said, yeah, it is that defense.
Yeah.
I said, me and Will said it too. And even Cam, he know that defense sorry, man.
No doubt, man, MJ.
It ain't got nothing to do with our quarterback, because the quarterback, he going to come back, get his head back right, and he going to try to come back. But that defense, y'all, oh, my God. We got that defense. I don't know. That defense ain't. And Dan Quinn, horrible. He's like Dan. Hey, I hate to say this. Hey, Law. He's like a Darwin Scam for the Lakers.
Man.
Overrated. Overrated.
Appreciate you, MJ, man. Thank you for calling in, man. But let me hear you say it, though, bro.
All I want to say is shout out my quarterback. I got love for you. You're going to try to come back. I know you. You got a heart. And the rest of the team, get your head out your ass. How about
no
the
doubt. Man, appreciate you, man. How dare y'all, man? I love y'all, man. But look, let's stop doing this, y'all. Let's stop doing this, man. 49ers almost put 50 points on those boys, and y'all trying to water it down by saying that, yeah, man, but the Card scored 29. I get what y'all trying to say, but Brock Purdy at the end of the day, I haven't watched the game completely. I'm going to go back and watch it. But he had a passer rating of 135. He's in a system for him, like a glove. I'm talking about fitting him perfectly, right? 4 touchdowns. And I'm just looking at and I saw some of the highlights. And I ain't get a chance to see all of the game. I'll go back and watch the game. But Christian McCaffrey averaged 6.4 yards on the ground, 115 yards collectively, and he had 72 yards in the air. I get y'all. I love the Cowboys, but to say that we are equivalent or playing to that degree or that level right now is kind of like, man, blasphemous. You know, they right now is the most complete team in the National Football League. Anybody can lose. Anybody can lose. Don't get me wrong on that. But right now is not the time. They are setting up right now to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs with their crazy system. And at the end of the day, we could try to slick hate on them. But 9 times out of 10, when they are healthy, they don't have poo-poo games like we just had today. So we're going to have to go look into the mirror, and we're going to have to sit back and say to ourselves, what do we need to do to have our complete game? Now, anybody can get had. Anybody can get had. But right now is not the time to take away. It's not time to give me water and pour it down on the 49ers win over the Cards, by the way, you know. But I'm going to let this next caller in. Eric from the 206. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Oh, what is up, Law?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
Just was not a good day for you guys today.
Yeah.
I think, hopefully tomorrow we can actually, I'm really hoping that we can help you guys out tomorrow night, but
we're looking for you, man. We're looking for you to at least do something for us, man. You know, although we kind of wet the bed in this game, like I said, we had some illness going on, and it was a road game. It was wet. I get all of that for context, but you know, at the end of the day, they don't put an asterisk by the win or loss, right? It goes down as a loss. But go ahead.
And then let's see here. Let's check the weather for tomorrow. It looks like. Ooh, okay, so hang on.
What, you looking for something? Okay.
No, it looks like it's gonna be dry but cold, but cool. Like.
Oh, dry cold? Okay, well, hey, man. Hey, 12th man, you got to be there then. You got to make some noise.
It's going to get loud. It's still going to get loud tomorrow. And then, ooh. So, yeah, it's going to be cold. Not cold, but still pretty cool out there.
You got to pop them, man. You got to pop those Eagles. I think that, you know, they're going to be down a DB on the outside. I know DK Metcalf licking his chops. I know JSN licking his chops. I heard that Geno Smith, he practiced this week, and he should be able to get out there, right?
Yep. And then and then now Jalen, is he not feeling good, or what's the story with him? Is he?
Let me say here, I don't know what type of illness Jalen got. Maybe this is their PR team try to look to make it look shiny a little bit, saying that this guy is battling through a little injury, and see what he can play with on the road. He's a little down. Maybe there's a pre-built excuse. I don't know. I don't follow the Eagles that much or that closely, but I heard that he's got a little illness going on. That's all I know. I don't know what to the level of degree it is.
Yeah, bud.
Eric, man, one more point, man, before I let you roll, bro. One more point.
And I know you want me to say it, go say it. Let's go Cowboys.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, Eric. Eric 5, man. Eric with the 5 right there. Appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this show. All right, we down to I think the last 2 callers. 603, you're live on the Nation. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, what's going on, man?
Nothing to it, man.
Hey,
Talk
look,
to me.
hey, you got some people in your moderators that are real big Dan Quinn fans because I said some negative things about Dan Quinn and I done got blocked. But anyway, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. We cut Big Bo and Ridgeway, and that's why Mazy's playing. It's not Mazy's fault. He's a rookie.
Right.
If we had kept Big Bo and Ridgeway, Mazy would not be playing. So
at this point,
we made a mistake in doing that. You got Ndamukong Suh sitting on the couch. We should have him on the plane to Dallas tomorrow.
Now, here's what I look at with Suh. He's a 3 tech. He's not the 1. So you're gonna sacrifice Osa. You're gonna put Osa on the bench for Suh.
We need to stop the run. I said this. I saw this coming, Law, because it's the same thing year after year after year after year. We can't stop the run, and we're not physical enough. It's the same thing that comes up against San Francisco. It's the same thing that's came up against Buffalo. It started to show when we played Seattle that we could not stop the run, and that's I blame Dan. I'm with MJ on that. I blame Dan Quinn. I blame him for the way this defense doesn't show up. It's his fault. We need to get bigger. I've listened to quarterbacks. I've listened to Tom Brady, and they'll tell you the worst kind of pressure they hate to see is pressure right down the middle. They hate face pressure. We don't get face pressure unless we put Parsons come through the A or B gap. Otherwise, we have no face pressure. So we got to get some. When I say big boys, I'm talking about some dudes that's 6'5", 6'6", 300-something pounds. We need them kind of big boys. We need some height. We don't knock any balls down. I can't even remember the last time we knocked the football out of the air coming out of the quarterback's hand from the defensive line. We got issues, man. The defense is not what it needs to be, man. It's not. We ain't going to. I'm with MJ. We're not going to the Super Bowl until we get another defense coordinator. We ain't going to be there. We just forget it. Just cancel Christmas. We ain't going to the Super Bowl until we get another defense coordinator. And that's where we got to get nastier on the offensive side. We have no nasty guys, man. That's where you get your physicality from. We need to get physicality on both sides of the ball. We ain't got enough of that. Don't have enough of that.
Yeah, I get exactly what you said. I'm not a big fan of the word never, because any given Sunday, right? Now, we are grading this team by a team that lost on the road, that had 10 guys that were going through illness, and it sound like excuses, but this is context, right? I gotta provide it this way. This is a team that had some penalties that happened at the weirdest time, and all I can say is we'll see how the bounce back game will be, but we control our own destiny, and if we can figure out a way to slow down some of the bleeding, right, on the run. Because teams are now running heavier now that it's getting cold outside. On the back end, more and more tape out there on how to defeat this particular defense. We'll find out, man. Let's see if this particular team can make the adjustments in these last few games before I say we never,
Lord, we gave up 266 yards, man. I can't.
Yep.
I'm like 266. Where, man, where's our what kind of defense? We don't have no defense.
Yeah.
Safety. I love Bill, man, but he's a safety. He's not a linebacker. He's a safety. I mean, we got people out of position trying to play linebacker, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, we need some big boards, some nastiness. We cut Bo and Ridgeway. I don't know why. I still don't know why we cut them two boards, because Bo was starting to show. I just it's frustrating to me, because I just want us to go to one more Super Bowl, man. I want to go to one more Super Bowl and win, man. Before I've been following the Cowboys since back in the 70s, man.
Since back in the 70s.
And back in the 70s, man. And I'm just very, I have never seen our defense is pushed around like this, man.
I know, man. But at the same time, man, we do push. We see how we push back. Now, if it happened again next week, we playing against a team that can run the ball. You know, they can throw the ball too, so they can cover every blade of grass, and it's on the road. So we'll see how we respond, and see how, if we can get these guys some elderberry, some sea moss, and vitamin C packets.
You know who should be our next defense coordinator? Al Harris should be our next DC. I'd love for him to get that DC position.
Yeah,
really would.
Yeah, we'll find out, man. What's your name, man, so I can lock you in, bro?
This is Roy, man. You see me in the comments, man.
Roy, let me see. Yeah. Put it in here. Cowboy Roy, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
Hey, keep your head up, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what he said, but I'm not. I know I jokingly said about let me just pull it up right quick. I jokingly talked about this though, but I don't want y'all to be feeling the same way though. You know, I don't want y'all to be feeling the same way and waving the white flag. I don't look. We are not that type of team. That's why I said it was important. Some people yell out garbage time stats and what have you at the last final touchdown. That's something that's made up from the 4-letter, 3-letter word that made its way back over to anybody. Because I grew up, I'm an early 80s guy, you know what I'm saying? And all my life I never heard anybody say, hey, man, garbage time stat. Oh, man, the game was pretty much over, man. Those yards don't count, right? So we got down there, we scored, right? I don't want y'all to have that defeated mindset to say, well, since we lost to the Bills on the road in a game that they announced that, hey, they clinched, and you came off of a rocky game last week, a game that was necessary for us to win last week so that we can at least have some shape, form, or fashion to clinch, then all of a sudden we need to be waving the white flag around here, man. Look, I get it. I'm mad. I'm angry. We upset that we lost. But we need to go back to the drawing boards. I promise you my last dollar that if you just make a quick, simple change, and I get what he's saying with the defensive coordinator thing, you put Parsons in the middle of the field, let him play off linebacker if possible, there's no way that he only give you 2 tackles. There's no way that he only give you 2 tackles. So we just got to change a few things. You just have to sit this player down and say, hey, we making adjustments. Other teams are making necessary adjustments too. And for right now, since we are down our interior guy, and our best interior guy today was Mazy, by the way. Tackle for loss, quarterback hit, a sack. He had literally more tackles than Parsons. Big Cam, appreciate you for your support. Read and respond to this law. Fans got to understand that this had nothing to do with how the team performed. Remember, the NFL is a business first. Viewers, ratings, and storylines are everything. The Bills had to win. Yeah. Yeah.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
We dealing with the mud, huh? Big Cat, we dealing with the mud, huh? We dealing with the mud, man. All right, man, I got the 716, man. You're live on the nation, man. You've been here all day, man. Talk to me.
Hello.
Oh, what's good? That was good with you, bro.
Law.
That was good. You all right?
Yo, Law.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, this is Mike from Buffalo, man.
Oh, you from Buffalo. But talk to me, man. What happened, man? Talk to me.
But listen, man, I was at the game, dog. Listen, man, the whole game plan with Dallas went from the offense, from the head coach to the defensive coordinator. Man, it was trash, man. Listen, as a Cowboy fan, man, I was embarrassed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. They're not using Micah the right way, man. They should have him in the middle where he can go sideline to sideline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought I know I wasn't crazy, man, because now where you say that, so I know you had the all 22. You was there at the game, so I know you had the all 22. Break it down. I want to hear. I want to absorb everything that you said. I'm gonna hush. I want you to spit your mind, bro. Talk to me what happened on that game, defense and offense. Break it down.
Listen, Law, man. Listen. First of all, you come out running the ball, and then all of a sudden now you want to throw the ball. You can't do that, man. And the weather was decent enough. It wasn't bad like they're saying the conditions or whatever. It rained like in the second half. The rain started coming down a little bit more, but the score was already damn near out of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? The weather had nothing to do with none of that. Because I was at the game. I wasn't soaked or wet or none of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So there's one excuse I'm gonna check off. Okay, so the weather. It was pretty much damn near dry. Keep going. Was it windy? Was it windy? Was it windy? Because somebody asked, hey, was it windy?
Bro, the flag on the goalpost blew slightly a little bit. It wasn't windy enough to stop them from doing what they had to do, man. That's a bunch of garbage, man.
Okay, that's another excuse checked off. Keep going.
Listen, man, I'm sitting there the whole time and all these Buffalo fans are trying to clown me and whatnot. I'm saying, well, Dallas is going to go on a run. Man, listen, Mike McCarthy could have came up with better play calling than that, man. Sometimes he ran the ball and it was obvious that he was going to run the ball and he got stuck and you needed 1 yard and you can't pick up 1 yard. Come on, man. And as far as what the caller said, I agree with him as far as Dan Quinn, man. He's overrated, man. He didn't make no adjustment. Buffalo came in the game knowing that the strength of Dallas is their pass rush, correct?
Correct. Pass rush, yep.
Yes, pass rush. So why don't they know that team is coming in to try to run the ball against them and make the team throw the ball against you? That's what pissed me off the whole time. All they had to do was, play the run, man. But, you know what I'm saying, Josh Allen's going to give the ball to you and you can stop the run. But they didn't, instead of that, they just Mazy, to me, played a good game, man. It wasn't him that the running back Cooks kept running the ball on the outside. He sit in the pocket, he dodged, and then all of a sudden he exploded on the outside, picking up yardage. I'm like, hit this dude, hit him. I was getting frustrated, man. It's like all of a sudden now he pops out for like an 8-yard pickup. The man ran the ball 24 times for 179 yards, man. And Dallas at halftime, man, Dallas only had about 89 yards total offense, man. Come on, man. That's not like a team that's coming in the game hot.
Let me ask you this, though. It hit me. It just hit me. Do you think it was a lot of political stuff in this game? Because, and I'm just only saying this objectively, Cowboy Nation, do you think that, the Cowboys looked at this game and made it about Dak Prescott versus Josh, and the defensive coordinator made it about, hey, we're going to, at all costs, stop the pass. We don't give a damn about the run. And at the offensive side, at all costs, they're going to continue to throw the ball. What's your thoughts?
No, man.
It wasn't none of that?
No, man. Lord, listen, man. The Dallas cornerbacks could Buffalo take away Diggs. They don't have anybody else really going to threaten you down the field or like that. So they still could have stopped the run.
So they didn't play no run stop at all because I can only see broadcast type views. So what they did was basically they still played the pass. They rushed the passer. They rushed everything on the outside. And they didn't play contain, and they said, okay, we just going to stop Josh Allen from throwing the ball.
Man, listen, Josh Allen wasn't even trying to throw the ball. That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Everything was a handoff. Every time Cook touched the ball, he was picking up positive yardage, 5, 6 yards.
Yeah.
They kept running the ball. One at a time, I think it was like third down or 9, and he picked up 9 on a run.
Yeah, he did. Damn.
I'm like, come on, man, you guys got to be kidding me. Where's the adjustment at halftime? All they doing is running the ball. It's like what Patriots did to the Bills and then was it last year or something when they took away the pass and all they did was run the ball?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. You can't throw the ball, how many times? 15 times you threw the ball?
15 times, yeah.
Man, come on, man. For Dallas, man, they got to do better than that, man. All I'm saying is that Quinn is overrated as far as his philosophy. You can't always rush, because not every team is dropping back to throw the ball. Every team in the league is scared of the Dallas Cowboys pass rush, so they're not going to be dropping back throwing the ball like that. So you got to adapt them, come up with something different. Stop the run.
Stop the run. Oh, my God.
Even if Hankins was there, I think it still would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Because Hankins would have held up his end of the bargain in the middle right there. But when when Cook's running the ball on the outside and you don't have nobody stopping him until after 5 or 6 yard pickup, that's bad business.
Yeah. What happened to Clark on that touchdown from Cooks?
Well, which one?
The Cooks touchdown when Allen was
missing tackles.
Missing tackle. I'm talking about the passing one.
Oh, they were rushing and trying. And Josh came out of the pocket a little to the right, and he caught him scrambling down to the end zone.
Okay.
Yeah, 33 was guarding him. 33 can't guard Cooks.
Yeah, he ain't a cover corner.
He's out of cover. It's a linebacker putting him on this as a matchup that they won.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this one. The 3rd and 1 play when we tried to do the play action and we got sacked. What happened on that one?
I thought that should have ran the ball instead of trying to drop back and pass the ball. Every time Dak dropped back to throw the ball, they were when we needed a first down, they were sacking him.
They were, yeah.
I don't know if the offensive line wasn't physical enough or wasn't holding up the end of the bargain, but I'm like, man, come on, man. Every time the man dropped back to throw the ball, when he did complete a pass, they was all in his face all the time. It's not like previous game. And to me, the Bills' defense is not all that good.
Yeah.
But we couldn't move anything. Why didn't they go like hurry up offense, like to get a rhythm?
They clearly wasn't in rhythm, man. Oh my God, yeah.
I don't think that Dallas wanted to be in Buffalo. I think they just wanted to just get up in there and get up out of here.
Okay, that was one of those type of games.
There was no emotion. There was no emotion. They didn't play with no kind of. They're just like on the field, just there.
Damn.
And I'm damn near to myself. I'm wishing I wasn't even there. I could have stayed home and watched that.
Man.
I was real disappointed in that, man. I thought they would put Dallas coming in the way they was, not to get beat the way they got beat. Come on, man. That's unacceptable. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's in their head or nothing, but football is football, man. I know the crowd's going to be whatnot, but you guys can, if you do what you're supposed to do, I don't give a damn where you're playing football at, you can pull out the win. But Dallas didn't do what they were supposed to do, and that had me frustrated. I got so mad I left with like probably 10 minutes left in the game. I missed our touchdown that we got. Who scored for us anyway?
CD.
Man, and they wouldn't even target him enough.
What's going on with CD, man? How did he look coming off his releases and everything? Did he look like he was getting open? What happened?
Yeah, Buffalo don't have no lockdown cornerback to shut down the Dallas receiver. I think the philosophy of what Mike was play calling he was doing wasn't in sync with what was supposed to go on during the game. I don't think he was in. Mike didn't. He wasn't even on form until this game. I was so disappointed in that, man. For us to get beat the way we got beat.
What it looked like targeting Brandon Cooks all day.
Well, like when the game came out, when they started, Dallas got the ball. It looked like they was matching up like straight up man to man, and like more of the guys was in the middle. So the deep pass was warranted on that one. Dak just overthrew him.
Right. Okay. He just overthrew him. Yeah.
He just overthrew him. Cause I stood up and was like, "Yeah, we got this touchdown. It's gonna be 7-7," and it was he overthrew him.
Yeah.
That was our chance we had right there. I think that could have been like changed the outcome of the game, and not really change it, but the game would have been more tighter that way. But he missed him. He was wide open.
Yeah, wide open. Let me ask you this, though.
Wide open.
Let me ask you this. So I have a philosophy. My philosophy, even with this offense, is CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, then Cooks, right? But clearly their philosophy was, hey, let's go for the juggler. Let's go ahead and attack with Cooks, right? And what if I told you by the end of the game, it ended up being literally my philosophy? The targets went to CeeDee Lamb, but they was all kind of like when the game was over with. He had 10 targets, right? 7 receptions for 53 yards. And then Ferguson, 8 targets for 6 receptions for 44 yards. The guy that they tried to target the most, far as from the first half, was Brandon Cooks. He had 6 targets, 2 receptions for only 10 yards. I think that the Cowboys kind of should have looked at their game plan and said, yeah, Cooks, we like what you're doing, but we're going to still use you as a clear out. And we're going to give all of those deep passes, all of those necessary throws to CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson.
See, I agree with you on that, Law. Like I said, when the game started, the deep pass to him was warranted because he was wide open.
Right, he was wide open. Yeah.
But the first few plays, it seemed like they was targeting, trying to get Cooks more into the game.
Yeah.
But then after that, a lot of the passes that they was completing was a lot of dink and dunk. They couldn't get the ball down the field. Because the Bills, I don't know if the Bills was playing two deep safeties or what it was, but everything was dink and dunk. It was like 3 yards pickup. Every time you throw the ball, you only getting 3 yards. I'm like, when you pass a ball, you're supposed to get at least 5 or better, right?
True. 5 or better. Yeah. You got 3 point. He had 3.9 yards.
3 yards. They was only getting 3 yards a pass. It's like that's a waste of time throwing the ball to getting 3 yards.
You know what crazy though? Somewhere at point of this game, Tony Pollard was averaging 6.5. He finished the game with 4.7. I tell people all the time, me and my brother, we used to play football and we used to go over stat lines, and I used to say, what's 4.5 times 3? That's first down, right? You at least got the first down there. And the Cowboys refused to do that. So Tony was running really well. What do you think is just a flawed game plan of us trying to eat too much, and that's why we didn't run the ball more?
Yeah, I agree with you, but like I said, he was getting yardage at times, and then at times he was just like, I could settle for like 3 yards and 4 yards and stuff like that, and then even when what's the backup name came in the game, number 23, he was getting positive yardage.
Yeah, he averaged 1.3 yards per game, per tote this game, and he only had like 5 attempts though. So yeah.
Yeah, but he
only had he only had 3 carries. They only gave the ball 3 times.
But he had a nice little run a couple of times when he got the ball. And so I'm just like, man, I agree with you, though. They should keep grinding the ball away, run the ball, and just try to do some little play action or something. But they wasn't doing that.
Man, you making me frustrated, bro. But I'm going to go back. I'm going to watch the all 22 when it come out tomorrow sometime, and we'll see what we can do on Monday, Healing Day. I appreciate you. What's your name, fam? Let me lock you in, fam. Hold on. Mike, man, you got a lot of mics, man. I'm gonna put Cowboy Mike.
Listen, though, like I said, man, the weather, it rained, but like I said, when the game started, the weather was no factor. So what they saying conditions, I don't want to hear none of that. I thought that it was good enough for Dallas to do what they had to do.
Hey,
and when it started raining, when the rain picked up a little bit, the score was kind of like up there a little bit. So I don't want nobody talking about the conditions of the weather. That had nothing to do with it.
Man, you took that bullet out of the chamber with me, Dan. I appreciate you, bro. I ain't gonna mention no more weather in this talk, okay?
No. So watch it. When you watch the game, you gonna see what I'm saying. Yeah. The weather, just like you see it on TV, the weather wasn't bad. Like I said, I was at the game. The weather was good enough for Dallas to produce and do what they had to do.
Man, damn good call, Mike. Man, appreciate you, man. At least this Mike showed up. Appreciate you. At least that Mike showed up, man. That guy, he showed up for us, baby. All right, man. Ooh, I've been live for a long time, man. Hey, I thank everybody who tuned in. I thank those who follow and subscribe to this channel. I love y'all. I do. And we're going to see if we can get these super chats, man, going. I appreciate y'all so much for y'all support. I know after a loss, man, y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all want to sit back and just be mad, punch win. Like he said, I'm glad to a degree that he said that we were flat. Believe it or not, even though that's kind of backwards talking. I'm glad that he said we didn't have our heads into it. Because there had to be something else, man. It had to be something else. We're going to have to correct this, ladies and gentlemen, down the stretch. Ain't that right, y'all? But that was a damn good caller, though. Damn good caller. We got bullied, okay, hey. I just want our team to fight a little bit better. I do. All right, so we're going to read all of the super chats, man. Shout out to everybody, man, for y'all support for tonight. Need a miracle portion. For Big Hanks, I feel you, Jay Diz. Appreciate you. Branday says, literally, said, we don't run the ball, we would not win the game. Even Brandy, shout out to you. She know more football than this staff, man. Cali Cowboy says, Law, coaches are too complacent. on the sideline. No fire to motivate them. Ooh! That's what Mike just said. You right on it. Mike is too damn calm. Coaches need to hem up these players at times. That's right. Shout out to you, Lorenzo. Freddie J, what's good with you? When the hell are we going to let Micah play linebacker? He's good at rushing, but he's just too little for the big boys. Pause. I like him rushing from the linebacker spot. We need him on the sideline groove. Man, turn me up just a little bit more on that one. Oh, my goodness. You're right. Somebody go get the handoff for me. Y'all fans, y'all know too much, man. Y'all do. Gina with the G, baby. I don't know why some of our players ordered pizza late last night. Took an hour and a half for them to get it. It's a satire treat. But we did have some stomach bugs going on, Gina, with the G. Appreciate you. All right, we got Crush. When James Cook / Emmett scored with the 30, I said, damn, need to turn the game off. Sorry, Law. I feel you, man.
All I ask.
Hey, when he scored that 30 on that thing, I was like,
what more do you want from me?
nothing we can do, man. Jay Recruiter, appreciate you. Do you guys miss Leighton Vander Esch yet? I think Leighton would have been able to do a little bit better than my guy Damone Clark in this game, to be fair. Yes, let's Micah Parsons rush sideline to sideline. But somebody said, let Micah play linebacker again. Come on, baby. Shout out to you, Perry Lock. We quiet out there as a team. This is a team game, yeah. We quit out there, okay. The whole team quit. I appreciate you, Perry Lock. George. Appreciate you, George. How many of our players had the flu? No excuses, though. I think 10. 10 is the number. Marcus Robbins. Micah is the perfect player to QB spot and watch the running back sideline to sideline. He's not a Bosa, bro. He's got a rare flexibility in not being used. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this right quick. Marcus, what I'm going to do with that super chat, and I hope I don't ruff no feathers, I'm going to take your super chat and I'm going to crop like Parsons stat line for your mind today, and I'm going to post it and I'm going to see what the people say. Because you right on the money with it, Marcus. You right on the money with it. You right on the money with it. All right. Big Cam, Law, unlock the lines. I need to say something. I think I let you in already, bro. I let you in. I think I did. I let you in already. I think I did. But Big Cam, since you been a hell of a supporter.
The conference has been unlocked.
Dude, you done sent damn near $100 almost. You did, okay. Big Cam says, read and respond. I already read that one. Then you came up with another one. Said this was the exact same playbook we use versus the Cards. The AFC has no QB competition right now. They are all hurt. Bills had to win. No Turpin out of the backfield or Lamb. We are not trying to intend to win this game. Is this Big Cam? Because I open it up just for you. It's 214. 214, you're live. 214.
Hey, what's going on, Law?
What's good, man? This Big Cam, who I'm speaking with?
No, it's Chris, bro. I'm a
Chris.
long-time listener, man.
Uh-huh.
I've been listening to you for quite some time, man. Long-time Cowboy fan.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Like, you would think we would be up to par with the run game. I mean, we had Zeke, you know, for, you know, in our backfield for a long time, and we can't even stop the run. I mean, I just think that our run game, we need to upgrade that. Our run defense, we need to upgrade that. You know,
It's week 16 now, week 15, something like that. So we're gonna have to correct that down the line. Hopefully, Big Hanks can come back. I know he got a high ankle sprain. When you north of 320 pounds, it takes a minute for that to get back. You know, but hopefully, man, we can figure out something, man.
But like you were saying earlier, we need to put we need to switch up the run defense. I was thinking that throughout the game that we would run like maybe a 5-2, put like 5 down linemen, because they keep on running the ball against us. And like after the previous 2 years, after playing the 49ers in the playoffs, that's what they were doing. They were running the ball against us, and we couldn't stop it. So like after this game, it kind of puts something in the mind frame like, here we go again, type of situation. But I mean, you're exactly right. We should have put Parsons maybe at linebacker, put 5 D linemen down.
Yeah.
And even with the Rams, after a few years ago with the Rams in the playoffs, they ran 200 and some yards against us in the playoffs, and we couldn't even stop them, man. Like and Dak played a good game, and even after situations where we've been in this situation before, we can't even pull together and make some plays. I just don't understand it. I feel like we probably can win the playoff game, but so far as going, I don't know, man. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I remember when I was a little kid watching the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, Mark Tuinei.
No doubt, man. I get with you though, man. Let me get Big Cam on, man, before I let you go, man. I feel you. You're saying exactly what needs to be done. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. You take care of it.
Man, good call from him, man. He 2142. Just like Big Cam, man. Appreciate you, bro. You're live, man. I opened it up just for you.
Yeah, baby. What's going down with you, Law?
Man, hey, we 10-4, man.
Hey, man, it's all right, man. I just, look, all the Cowboys fans, just calm down. Everything's all right.
Okay.
I believe that what everybody's doing is getting the seating just right. The seating is getting fixed right now.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be in the right place at the right time at the right moment. This game was not for us to win. We'll win versus Dolphins next week because the Bills need to get in. So we'll beat the Dolphins next week, and the Bills will win out. But everybody calm down.
Tell them calm down.
I'm good where we at right now. I'm good where we at. Look, let me tell y'all something. The 5th seed is good. We do understand that Brock Purdy's the 49ers going to win this. The 49ers are going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to get the number 1 seed. They're going to get the first round bye. I'm good with the 5th seed. I'm going to tell you why.
Break it down.
The 5th seed means that we'll play the NFC South. We'll play either the Saints or the Falcons or the Buccaneers. After that, if the Eagles do, stay, the NFC East champion, we'll go on and play the Eagles. And I'm very confident in going into Philly and playing Philly in Philly.
Yeah.
Very confident.
Yeah.
This is going to be a San Francisco 49er and a Dallas Cowboy NFC championship game. I'm calling it right now. This will be the Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers. They will not let us play the 49ers in the divisional round. They will not let us play the 49ers in the wild card round anymore. Ratings, views, and money. And, America's team is going to get the most ratings and the most views.
Okay.
Going to another NFC championship game. Everybody calm down. The Cowboys are good. If y'all noticed anything about tonight, this was the same game playbook that we used versus the Cardinals. This was the same playbook. The Cardinals did the same thing to us.
Hey.
Connor ran for like 200 yards on us. What did we do after that? We played the 49ers. We lost to the 49ers. We went on to win 6 games. It's 6 games left, including the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We got 3 more regular season games, and we got 3 playoff games, including the Super Bowl. Y'all calm down.
Big Cam with the Illuminati plug, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, just calm down. I mean, hey, we got this. Cowboy Nation, we got this. We got it, man.
Well, let me hear you say it then.
Man, how about the Cowboys? And, hey, you are listening to nothing but the best.
No doubt, man.
Salute,
Appreciate you.
baby.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Big Cam, man, for the 214. Y'all heard him. Let's go, man. Hey, appreciate Big Cam, man.
Goodbye.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, I got one more super chat. 2 more, actually. Let's go. Appreciate y'all. We got... Let me see if I can get it up here. MJ, shout out to you for your support. There we go. I got it up here. Just a bad day in the office, man. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right. Appreciate you. And the last but not least super chat before I get on out here and grab me something to eat. Appreciate your Law. Much love on that move. Appreciate you. Another theory to help out our edge. We could do Osa, Hankins, Mazy, D-Law during the early runs downs, and Sam Williams. DA and Sam Williams. Okay, I feel you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. We gonna get on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls around the globe. One love, DC for life, not for short. We about, baby. At the end of the day, on my way out, y'all already know how it goes, baby. We still them boys. We are. Don't y'all go run away.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging
Fifth seed, that's what they want.
me, are you still involved?
One love to y'all.
Calling me, texting me.
Shout out to you, Purple Soul. Shout out to you, Justin D. Shout out to you, Link. Shout out to you, Bobby K. Shout out to Bobby Rush, too. 33-13.
I'm still them boys.
Keithy, appreciate you.
Oh, I'm still.
We still them boys, baby.
Them boys. I'm still them boys.
Shout out to you, Gina, with the G. Appreciate you for your support. Shout out to Clifton. He talking about go Philly.
I'm still them boys.
I think it's 2 L's in Philly. So y'all finna get another L, baby.
I'm still them boys. Call and check on me.
Call and check on me.
I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys.
Y'all get their hand off them panic buttons.
I'm still them boys.
Don't be panicking around here. Come on with it, man. We getting on up out of here. One love. Well. I know y'all not here for it, but I'm going to speak to one person that understand when you got to fight, you still got to fight. Regardless of it, I got to give you guys this. I play this win, lose, or draw. Because mama wouldn't let me leave without saying this. And I got to. You know, many of y'all, take it off so y'all can see the eyes. Stare into the soul of law. Let me see some fire emojis if possible. They still gonna mock us. they still going to say we haven't done anything. They still going to say, see, this is the same old Cowboys. See, I told you guys that they won't be able to win it all. I told you guys that, hey, the Cowboy Nation, they fold like wallets and lawn chairs. They don't still give you the same input when they lose. Win, lose, or draw, I've been here. Who's old enough to remember? Just last week, we were victorious, and everybody was kid, laughing. Everybody had their mind set together. And now we're up against the struggles. They tell me this, when you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. And when it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. They say you may fall, but fall still fighting. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If worse is bound to happen, in spite of all that you do, running from it will not save you. I'm old enough to remember that there have been moments just like this, that the realities of life knock you down. They knock you off the horse, shake it off and stand back on top of it. Continue to grind for your mind. I told y'all, be mindful of the false love. There will be many of people that roll with you when you're winning. There will be many of people that say, I got your back when you're winning. There's people out there that say, hey, I will go to war with you, I'll strap for you. But at the end of the day, when it's time to fight, they're gone, they're missing. I remember reading in a book that this man had 12 disciples. And this man was trying to heal and trying to tell the people that I can get you out of the mud in these ways. But when you look back, when it's time for him to be on the cross, no 12 disciples was there. He had the ladies in his corner. So I'm trying to tell y'all right now that it's only going to be a few people that rock with you and roll with you, even when you're down, even when they try to nail you to a piece of wood, even when they try to spit upon you, mock you, even when they try to disown you. There will be people that steal your wallet and help you look for it. There will be people that tell you where the drop spot at. They call it the po-pos. There will be people that stabbing you in your back. But all I can tell you is that when you know what's in your heart, and you know that you gave everything and you left it off there on the table.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
When you did all of those things, and then you say,
is when you lay your head on that pillow at night.
Come on, baby.
So I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Did you give everything that you had? You know, y'all ain't gonna like me here, but read this right here. Read this right here. Write this down. Store these right here in your heart. Shout out to Prize Picks. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, including the haters, you can figure out a way to get it too. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. We about. Put that white flag down. Put that white flag down.
Hey, we came on a mission. It's captured or killed. No days off.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Let's go, man. Put the white flag down.
FBI, open up.
Burn that flag, baby. There we go. Get that flag up off of there. We are not finna retreat. Cowboy Nation, double back up. See y'all on a Monday. DC for life, not for short. Mama, I love you. We up out. Let's get it.
Give me my theme music.
Let's go. We up out, man. I'm looking for my where's my outro picture? Where have it been? Is it this one? Nah, but we can put it up there. We use that as my outro picture. I was looking for it. Where my picture at? I don't know where my outro picture at. I think it's right here. We're gonna get it one way or another. Gotta be this one right here. Boom. There we go. We got it. Salute the prize picks. Peace.